X in my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A spell that attracts all who spit facts online all the time. Can you see it? All the ones who drag my name every single day. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? They keep saying you don't have what it takes to carve out your own name underneath the shadows of gods. And I keep waiting for the day disbelievers say I flew way too close to the sun. I wait, but it never really comes. The X in my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A spell that attracts all who speak facts online all the time. The X in my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A force that compels all to rebel from all right shackled minds. Why do they just stand there against when they fall from the battles I have overcome? You feel it, feel the cope and the seething tone that they make while I stand up, man among gods. And I keep thinking with my mill, shooting ropes in my cold that faces towards the sun. They hate, but I'm sitting comfy with their mom. The X in my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A spell that attracts all who speak facts online all the time. The X in my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A force that compels all to rebel from all that shackled mind. The X in my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A spell that attracts all who speak facts online all the time. The X in my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A force that compels all to rebel from all right shackled minds. It's you and me, your mom, it's me. I'll take another hit from my name. You'll see now, watch me live now, punch your face down. Show you how.
It never gets old. I'm telling you guys, it never gets old. That theme song is a banger every time I hear it. It never gets old. What is going on, everybody? It is so good to see all of you. Good to see you as well, Hawkon. I like seeing you in chat because it reminds me. Hytale is coming. It's coming. I actually dreamed about Hytale last night. Unironically, I had a Hytale dream. Is Xanderhall on MILF Patrol? Not today. I got the day off from my MILF Patrol gig, and I'm currently have the day off, so I'm streaming. That's what I've been so busy doing. I've been on MILF Patrol. It's so good. It's so good I play it at work on the speaker and my non-political coworkers like it. No. No, you play my theme song at work and you just say it's just a song and they don't know what it's about. Oh, that's so good. That's really good. I like that. It's a good song. It is! Sweet Myths goes hard. Good to see all of you, though. Hey, Heavy Gretel. Hey, Balth. Hey, Internet Creative User. Hey, Fabsta. What's up? Transgender Gal. Good to see you. Hi, Friendy. Good to see you, Transgender Gal. Morgan Uwu, what's up? Phoenix88, hello. Salty Shay, how are you? Sophie, what's up? Black Rose Jaden, hello. Dynamis, how are you? Rock, what's up? Lucky Otter, how are you? Carl Marky Marks, good to see ya. Oh, my nose is dripping. I feel like it's cold enough that on like one hand, my nose is kind of dripping because it's cold. But it's also warm enough that I feel overheated. It's wild. The Zombussy sends her regards. For those who don't know, there's somebody in our Classic WoW guild who plays a female Forsaken Undead rogue, I believe. And the username is Zombussy, which somehow wasn't taken. Somehow the name Zombussy wasn't taken. How is there not another, like, Forsaken on the server named Zombussy? I have no clue. There's gotta be, like, every other server had to have had that name taken, and ours was the one that didn't. So wild to me. It's because it's too shameful. You don't know WoW players like I do. Of course, Twitter bans Zan, but allows the real bigots and haters to run wild, shaking my damn head. Oh, don't you worry, we'll get to that in just a minute. I've got a lot to say on that. Is the WoW Classic Guild still open? Oh yeah, it's always open. And not only that, but if you join, then you'll be ready for whenever we finish WoW Classic, and we, particularly, like, because I want to get into FF14, after we finish WoW Classic, I'm going to be bringing the guild into Final Fantasy XIV. So, if you want to be part of the Classic WoW Guild, and you join that, then you will be in prime ready for the guild to move over to FF14 when that happens, if you're an FF14 player. And there's a lot of trans people in my chat, and if you're trans, you can play FF14. That's how it works, okay? It's just a rule of the universe, so if you're a trans person watching me, I expect you to join my FF14 guild. Wait, I'm trans? No way. No, not all of you are trans, but a lot of you in chat are trans. Which means you can play FF14 and you'll be good at it. But I don't like MMORPGs! Mr. Muffin Tops. If you're trans, then you can play MMORPGs whether or not you enjoy them. You'll be good at them. Just how it works. I don't make the rules. Either FF14 or retail is what it's looking like. I'm pulling for FF14 personally. I'll finally be the expert, so I'm excited. Hell yeah. There is one rule though, okay? The way that I'm going to bring the guild into FF14 is by bringing it into my friend Ethan's guild. He's got a pretty big, successful guild in FF14, and I was like, you know, man, when I get into the game, I could bring a fucking army. I could bring a legion of lefties to FF14 to join your guild. When will this happen? Months from now. Months and months from now. Because not only do we need to hit max level in Classic WoW, but we have to do quite a few raid resets. You know? But who knows, maybe during the period where we're, like, all max level waiting for the resets each week and there's nothing to do, maybe that's when we start FF14. Because the way Classic WoW works is, from my understanding, once you hit max level and you've run your heroics... Are there heroics in Classic? I think there are. Well, once you've raided and you've gotten your gear that you wanted, well, hell, after you've raided the first time, there's not really anything to do for a week. Like, the raid doesn't reset for a week, and there's not really anything to do. So during those raid reset weeks for Classic, that might be when we get into FF14. Considering, you know, there won't be much to do in WoW in that time in between. Anyway, enough video game talk. I know a lot of you guys in chat aren't gamers, so I'm not going to bore you with all that. Don't forget to like the stream on YouTube, my fellow chatters. Hell yeah, Village Idiot. Make sure to drop us a like, chat. Everybody who's watching the stream, whether you're on YouTube, my website, Twitch, if there's some people watching on Twitch, please, go to YouTube, drop the thumbs up. It really helps. It really, really does. God, my nose won't stop itching. And dripping. It is a little chilly out. It's a cooler day than usual. 62 degrees. Actually not bad. I like it being cool, but for some reason, like... Well, it's not for some reason. It's because I've got the heat of my computer blasting my legs and torso from underneath my desk. But then right here, I have wind from outside blowing in. So, like, my nose and face are cold, but my lower body is, like, kind of overheated. Howdy, Zan. Very nice to see you not banned. Oh, no, I did get banned from Twitter, Shoten LLC. I told a lolicon transphobe to KYS. That'll do it. The Blacks Posting L's account is still very much alive and well on Twitter, though. That was it. You guys remember when the code for Twitter leaked, right? And we found out that Twitter specifically has tags on every account for Democrat or Republican. The funny thing is they don't even, like, separate it by conservative or liberal. It's Democrat or Republican. Is Democrat or is Republican. Why do you think those tags are on Twitter accounts now? Why do you think Twitter, in the back end, is now categorizing certain accounts as conservative and certain accounts as liberal? It's so the applications of TOS can be unfair. You guys have probably seen that conservatism tends to follow a certain pattern, right? For example, the every accusation being a confession thing, which tends to be true very often. One of the most common accusations back before Elon Musk bought Twitter was that Twitter has a blatant bias against conservatives, and that, you know, it's just a liberal platform for ensuring Democrats win, and all these conspiracies about how that weren't even true, about how Twitter has a left-wing bias. The thing is, that should have been the tell right then and there, that that's what the Republicans want Twitter to be for them. And that's what they've made it for them. And it's been like that for a while, so I'm not too upset about getting banned. And I feel like telling a lolicon Nazi, like, transphobe to KYS is a pretty good way to go out. I'll do a whole segment on it in a minute. Yeah, I said kiss your sisters. What was what I was telling him to do. He was a lolicon after all, probably into incest too. Fuck. How long until Twitter just fucking dies? A while, but it'll happen. At least I have Blue Sky. Who here has a Blue Sky account? I wasn't really sure about whether or not I was even going to use this website at all, considering it's just kind of, you know, not really taken off yet. It's still, you still need an invite code just to get on it, right? But now that I've been banned from Twitter, I really see no better reason for using this site more now. I still haven't been invited. What do you see there, motherfucker? 0 invite codes. 0. I have 0 invite codes. 0. Zilch. Maybe if I post more, if I become more of a pooster, will I be able to, if I post more skeets, will I be able to get, like, an invite code? If I just skeet all over your timeline, will they give me an invite code? Because I'm more active? That would make sense. For those that don't know, Blue Sky tweets are called skeets. So yeah, you shoot a skeet up on the timeline. Yeah, it's a skeet. You gotta post your skeet. Sounds kind of dirty. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's intentional. I like it, though. I'm a fan. Join Truth Social. Should I make a Truth... No, I shouldn't make a Truth Social account. I'm pretty sure that site is extremely, not secure and selling info to the Russians. Yeah, no, I'm not attaching any info whatsoever to an account owned by Trump. That's going straight to Russia. I'm a join Blue Sky now. You do need an invite code just to make an account. Zan, you should give me an invite code if you get one so I can follow my gay fan artist / fanfiction. So you know what Keffels does? Keffels raffles away in a free giveaway of a code whenever she gets one. She gives a free code giveaway. So if I get to the point where I'm getting codes at the same rate she does, I can do that too. I would absolutely do Blue Sky invite code giveaways. You should give me the first invite code? Yeah, I'd give you the first one, Bal. I'd give the first codes to my friends, but then obviously we do giveaways. Ozan actually reads YouTube chat? Sometimes! I do sometimes read YouTube chat if I skim it and I see something relevant. But usually you guys are just talking to yourselves and, like, having some sort of e-orgy in there. So yeah, I just don't usually read what's going on. Although the Dark Canuck is always being based, of course. One of the few Canadians I like. E-orgy? Dog, I play World of Warcraft retail on Moonguard. I've seen some e-orgies, and there's definitely e-orgies happening in my YouTube chat from time to time. I just try to ignore it. Hey, from Australia? Hell yeah, the other side of the planet. Hello from America. Chat needs to donate so Quails can free you from Twitter jail. God, I am so excited to have Quail. I oftentimes have dreams about, like, things that I'm excited for, and I've had many dreams about having Quail, even recently. For those that don't know, back in California, I had the whole, like, hummingbird thing going on, like, sort of a outdoor porch aviary thing going on. And that's still being upheld by my mom, to the extent that she put a fountain out there, and the hummingbirds now drink from it and bathe in it. And there's a lot more hummingbirds, and it just makes me really, really, like, want to have... I'm just really excited to get my, my house here in Seattle so I can have a backyard and set up a bunch of those, like, I don't know if you guys know what they're called, or I know what they're called. I don't know if you guys know what they're called, but you've seen them before. They're called shepherd steaks. I think that's the name of it. Yeah, shepherd steak. Basically, the best way that I've found, that's actually a really bad one. I'm gonna find one that's better, like one that I would actually buy. And then if I look at the full image, yeah, there we go. Open image, new tab. There we go. So, basically, these things, you've definitely seen them before in, like, gardens and in people's yards. You stake them into the ground, and they're just a metal pole that you can hang things from on these hooks. Notably, hummingbird feeders. I want to, like, stake a bunch of these into my backyard and hang hummingbird feeders from them to create a very large yard-sized area where there would be frequent hummingbird visits. And of course, you can hang other seed feeders from there. I found very effective seed mixtures for attracting large varieties of birds. I'll have to get used to the birds diets here in Seattle, because I'm used to this, like, Southern California bird diets. But what they liked back there was a mix of just normal, plain oatmeal, some, like, mealworms, dried out mealworms, and a random seed mixture. Your traditional, basic, bargain bin, pet store seed mix. A little bit of mealworms, and a little bit of plain oatmeal, and you've got... It's food for everybody. Every bird will get something out of that. And if you really want to attract some crazy shit, you can get, like, a few pinkies like frozen dead baby rats and just place them around, and I guarantee you'll get some hawks or some shit like that. Or an osprey if you're in Florida. I got cut by one of those metal poles when I was playing tag with a friend when I was a kid. Oh god, yeah. You don't want to do that. Definitely got to be careful. Make friends with crows. Have you seen the guy who's trained his, I think it's a parakeet, how to identify the material different objects are made from and then say the name of the material? Hold on. Bird can identify objects.
What's this
I like this video. Dude, birds are awesome.
made of? What's this made of?
Glass.
What's this bowl made of? Alright, what's this small cup made of? What's this made of? Oh, no. What's this made of?
Rock.
What's this bowl made of? What's this small cup made of?
Paper.
What's this made of?
Glass.
What's this made of?
Rock.
What's this made of? What are these made of? What's this small cup made of?
Paper.
What's this made of?
Rock.
What's this made of?
Paper.
What's this made of?
Metal.
What's this
Oh yeah, it's repeating. Okay, yeah. So I really like those videos. Birds are cool. Animals are awesome. Have you seen one of my favorite videos on the internet is I want you to imagine this this scenario, okay? It's snowing. You're in the Arctic for some reason. At a pier. I don't know, you're in Sweden or fucking Norway or some crazy shit like that. And you've got your cell phone out. And you drop it into the dark, ice-cold water. And it just sinks into the abyss. You feel just the most heart-dropping disappointment. But when you look down at the water, you see this.
Är det fettekund? Nej! Oh my god! Är det kund? Är det kund? Tant. Oh my god!
Look at how happy it is. It's like, yay, I give me affirmation. It's like a dog. Apparently, like, whales and dolphins have the fetch gene. Like, apparently they just like playing fetch. I've seen videos of dolphins in Florida and the Bahamas doing the same thing. Do not be fooled, they will kill on sight. Beluga whales? Do beluga whales kill people? Because that one did not look like it was interested in killing. I've seen people swim with beluga whales. I like SeaWorld. They have teeth. They definitely have teeth. Like, if it wanted to kill you, it probably could. Anything intelligent could kill you? Yeah, okay. A beluga whale is intelligent to drown you. Like, a beluga whale, orca, any of those, they don't need to eat you or bite you to kill you. They could just, like, they know what drowning is. They know, they drown things all the time. Orcas hunt mammals and drown them. So, like, they would just drown you if a bite wasn't enough. So, like, they could kill you if they wanted, but, you know, animals don't tend to vindictively murder. Except for orcas, ironically enough, who have been known to rip the spleens, I think it was? It was either the liver or the spleens out of great white sharks and play with them. Like, just have, like, a game of soccer or like water polo in the ocean with great white shark bladders or something. Like, pretty metal, And the crazy thing is the sharks don't die from it all the time. Like, in some cases, there's just a shark swimming around without a liver and a giant, like, fucking killer whale-sized bite hole in its side. Just swimming around, trying not to get an infection. That's my next metal cover. The liver orcas. That would be a pretty cool name. They've been ripping rudders off boats in Europe. Dog, it might be over for humanity if sea mammals start developing enough intelligence that it's like they decide they don't want us fishing anymore. 'Cause, like, imagine if we had to go into, like, extremely large and extremely intelligent primate-infested jungle in order to hunt all of our food. Because that's essentially what we do when we go out to get seafood. But imagine if for our land food, to get any meat, we had to send people out into the jungle full of, like, gorillas and orangutans to go hunt. Okay, if those gorillas and orangutans decided that they didn't want people hunting there anymore, it would become a very difficult and very dangerous job. So imagine that, but at sea, where you're in a boat, and, like, just orcas start tearing apart the rudder and propeller. Because there's not much you can do at that point. They could capsize you. You'd have to be, like, in a naval destroyer. Or, like, a smaller, like, military boat, or, like, a large crabbing vessel could maybe do it. But, like, I'm pretty sure that a large amount of boats that are used for fishing would be fucked if the orcas decided, no. We've gained a higher level of intelligence, and we're not letting this happen anymore. It's only a specific group of orcas? Yeah, for now. For now, you don't... It could spread. For all you know, they could be developing higher intelligence. Who's to say that there can only be one dominant life form on this planet, chat? Maybe there must be a dominant life form on land and one at sea. They're not? How do you know? Post a study that proves this isn't the case. Where are the studies that prove this isn't happening? Post them. I don't see any. Capybara should evolve into highly intelligent creatures. No, capybara have absolutely nothing going on in their heads. If there is a dominant life form at sea, orcas are it. Yeah, I'd actually say so. Even sharks, run away from them. There's nothing in the ocean that would fuck with an orca, I think. Okay. Before we get into politics now, chat, and I start up the segments and read donos and stuff, I have a question. Because Hakan is here. And Hakan will appreciate this. Who in chat is not familiar with Hightail? What is Hightail? Okay. Alright. Check out Dagoth Ur's Hightail reaction. I'll watch that after stream. Okay. For those that do not know, Riot Games is a publisher that has basically taken the gaming industry by storm, whether you like them or not. You have to admit that when they release a game, or I should say when they publish a game, not made by them, it's they publish them. When they release a game, that game pretty much dominates the genre. So, it's the Riot MMO? No, but I am excited for the Riot MMO. I think that's going to be good. Valorant, for example, blew everything else out of the water. As a former CSGO player, Valorant is better at doing what that genre is meant to do than CSGO. Same goes for League. League is very much the same. It came after Dota and just kind of perfected that genre. And even if you hate MOBAs and you hate League, and League is a toxic game and it's awful, but the game itself is not the problem. The game itself is well made. The game itself is well designed. Their map design sucks? No, it doesn't. And their world design, League's world design is pretty good. Valorant map design is fucking dog. I think y'all are just mad because you're bad. I've watched pro players play Valorant, and I played a lot of CS back in the day. I think you're mad because bad, Njord. I think you just got out of a game of Valorant today where you got fucked. And maybe it was a little unfair, but maybe it was just... I think you just got out of a game of Valorant, Njord. You just had a bad game. Anyway, as I was saying, though, Riot published games tend to be, like, a step ahead of the genre that game falls into. Oftentimes tends to, like, sort of revolutionize said genre in a lot of ways, right? And bring a lot of special new things to the table, and because of that, it ends up being very popular. And one genre that I have been a fan of for over 10 years now, wow, it's... Ooh, yeah. For those that don't know, I've played Minecraft for a very long time, and Minecraft pretty much started a whole new genre of gaming content. There are a lot of Minecraft copycats, to be fair, like games that are explicitly copying Minecraft, but there are also a lot of games that were inspired by Minecraft that aren't copying it, but were legitimately inspired by it and have gone on to create their own distinct thing. Still in the same genre, but different, right? Terraria, for example, yeah, Terraria is a very good example of this. And of course, Terraria and Minecraft, great games both, though. Terraria, I would argue, is the better game. Like, guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. As a veteran Minecraft player and someone who hasn't even finished Terraria, Terraria is the better game. It just is, okay? It just is the better game, objectively speaking. It's actually one of the best games ever made, objectively speaking. Continuing on, though. The genre that Minecraft effectively started, not necessarily literally started, but effectively started, within the gaming sphere, has been very limited. If you're a Minecraft player, you probably have felt a lot of frustration. And it's probably more frustration the longer you've played the game, and then if you're like me, that frustration has probably, like, decayed into, like, a hollow, empty, just hole in your soul. Like, you don't even have it in you to be angry anymore. It's just like... how much disappointment has Minecraft brought? I need you guys to understand. I'm a 23-year-old man. When I was 11 years old, I was playing Minecraft, and I had, like, this imagined idea of what Minecraft would be like when I'm 16, which is a long time ago now, by the way. Like, I thought in 3 or 4 years, Minecraft's gonna have a story campaign. It's going to have in-depth crafting systems that are less mundane than just item turns into the, like, actual systems with magic and gameplay and bosses and just something that, like, gives the game some meat. And since then, since 1.0, Minecraft's fundamental gameplay loop has not changed. All they have done is add more fluff between spawning in, collecting some wood and some basic, like, building materials, making a house, mining up the best material in the game, which often takes, like, an hour of in-game time if you're bad at the game, and then beating it, and then from there, if you don't have intrinsic motivation, you've got no reason to continue playing the game. And if you don't have friends, if you don't have, like, experiences you're generating yourself, you have no memorable moments that come from the game. I don't remember the first time I got a diamond in Minecraft. I don't. I don't remember the first time I got a diamond in Minecraft. Do you know what I do remember in depth, though? Every bizarre player interaction I had on 2B2T. It's true. Every bizarre, like, story I experienced through Minecraft, despite the game's lack of a story, that is what I remember. But the fact the game doesn't deliver that unless the player generates it, well, that might be good for some people. It's not good for everybody, and it's not good for a lot of people, which is why there's been so much resentment about Minecraft. However, despite that, there is one Minecraft server that has been known for bringing a lot of innovation to the table, and that server is Hypixel. There are a lot of people who are not necessarily Minecraft players, but Hypixel players. Like, they don't play Minecraft, they play Hypixel Minecraft. Like, they load up Minecraft, they go straight to Hypixel, the only server they have. They don't have single-player worlds. That's what they play, and that is it. There are legitimately content creators that are not Minecraft YouTubers, they are Hypixel YouTubers. Because it is such a massive and successful server. And the reason for that is because the people running it, the creators, the developers, they know what they're doing, and they have high aspirations for a cheap Technoblade, obviously being one of the biggest. Yes, of course, rip Technoblade. But, like, they have very high standards they want to achieve for their Minecraft server that go beyond, like, above and beyond the vast majority, if not every other Minecraft server. And that's what's made them the most successful. One of the biggest problems, though, is the people who make that Minecraft server have an issue. Minecraft itself is, as they've said, someone else's sandbox. And it's really hard to achieve your vision, regardless of how good that other person's sandbox is. It's very hard to achieve that vision if the tools that you need to achieve it are not available to you. So since Hypixel, the server, was so successful, and they had money and they had resources, they created a small, very small team for an indie dev studio, separate from the Hypixel server. This is called the Hypixel Studios. And they start years and years ago, back in like 2016, I think is when it would have started. They start the concept for developing a game called Hytale. In fact, the Hytale soundtrack, which has already been released partially, there's like bits of the soundtrack have already been released, is actually what we're listening to now, but it's a lo-fi remix of it. Oh, 2015, it's been 8 years in development? Okay, cool. That's actually not very long. People complain a lot about Hytale having to wait a long time for Hytale and it getting delayed, but 8 years is not a very long time for a game to be in development. Especially when you consider 2015 is when they started, like, concept art and shit, you know? Like, actual legit development wouldn't have started until at least 2016. Anyway, I want to show you guys this trailer, okay? Now, this was released nearly 5 years ago now. It's been 4 years, almost 5 years, and this trailer has 60 million views, making it, I think, one of the highest viewed trailers for a video game of all time. Like, I think if you combine the announcement trailers for Elden Ring, Cyberpunk 2077, Breath of the Wild, and what was the fourth other one? It's the highest for unreleased. Oh, so it's the highest trailer ever for an unreleased game. 1 million of those views are Xanderhall. Okay, I will say at least 120 are. I'd say in the last almost 5 years, I probably watched this trailer over 120 times. Just over. Just a little bit. Maybe just a little over 120 times. But that's because I'm oftentimes talking to friends about it or showing it off on stream. Like, I don't, like, just randomly go out of my way to rewatch the trailer just because I gotta see it again. I used to have it on repeat just for the music. The music is fucking amazing. Anyway, Prepare to see the game that I've never been more excited for a piece of media, and I've certainly never been this excited for a piece of media for this long. Behold. Let's go. God, I'm bricked up right now. Okay, so that said, fantastic Minecraft clone, huh? So, all right, we're gonna acknowledge this sentiment, and I'm not gonna be mean to you, Mari Spare. I'm not gonna be mean to you. But what I'm gonna say is going to sound very mean, but it's very true, and gamers need to hear it. Okay? There is a phrase. There is a saying that goes, "Do not judge a book by its cover." And something I've noticed the gaming community has a tendency to do is see something, and without a hint of irony, to just say, here is a judgment right off the bat. I'm not going to look into it. That is my surface judgment. My point is, though, if you see a game that is blocky, does that make it a Minecraft clone? Like, are there not allowed to be games that have, like, a blocky style for creating the world and orienting gameplay? Or does Minecraft just have that forever? Like, the concept of cubing up the world into block chunks so you can manipulate it and build things in that way. Minecraft owns that, and anything that comes after that is a Minecraft clone. I don't know. I feel like the fact that the people making this made the biggest and best Minecraft server kind of lends some credence to the fact that this isn't some soulless cash grab, don't you think? Regardless, though, you don't have to believe me. You can Jesus Christ. I accidentally hit play. You don't have to believe me. You can actually see the other trailer they released a year ago. This was from GameSpot, and this was for those that don't know, Hytale is being published by Riot Games. It's being made by Hypixel Studios, but it's being funded and published and advertised when it releases by Riot Games, which means they've got a lot of money and resources now. And their team has now grown from, like, I think they started at like 4 or 6, maybe 8 people. Their team now has over 100 people working on the game, I believe, which if you want to make the comparison to Minecraft, it is a lot more people working on Hytale right now than there are on Minecraft. A lot more people. Like a lot. So, that's worth remembering. Anyway, here is a, Oh, also, I figure you guys will appreciate this. Every one of the, like, people that are working on the game that I have spoke to are based as hell. They've got, like, a lot of LGBT, like, just generally, they've got trans employees. They're, like, very progressive. They, like, donated a bunch of money to, like, the BLM, like, charities during the, George Floyd protests. They're very, very based. They hate Elon. they don't like Elon's Twitter, from what I've seen. Not the biggest fan of the changes. But yeah, with that said though, here is the trailer. We get to see a look at the studio and a look at a bit more gameplay. And I feel like this look at gameplay will help you to see some of the big differences this game has to Minecraft if you're hung up on the whole Minecraft clone. Let's watch. And then we'll get to politics. Don't worry, guys.
Writers come up with amazing ideas, sometimes crazy ideas. I wish we can do them all, but you know, we can't focus on everything. And then sometimes we realize we're not necessarily the best studio to make these games. And that's kind of how I felt when I met Noxy and the team at Hypixel. They came up with a demo of Hytale, and I right away saw that we had something special. It was both familiar but also different. Different because it's a different game. It's a different genre than what we're used to. But familiar in the way they talk about the community, the way they're willing to challenge conventions, their dedication to one game, and their commitment to make it better and better for years to come. That sounded very familiar to us, very Riot. And that's why we decided to partner with them and eventually have them join our family.
Yeah, he stepped down recently and they have a new CEO now, but from what I've heard, the new CEO is pretty good with like it's a large company, you know, like big corporations, we're all lefties. We all have the opinions that we have on big corporations, but if Blizzard is like hell, you know, like you've got like the bar, right? The bar, if the bar was at Blizzard, the bar would be in hell, right? Blizzard's like down here. Riot is like way the fuck up here, okay? Like, I think there is certainly a, level of a difference there. People treat it like it's the same.
Family. I want you to know all about this, but I'm not the best person for this. So let me invite my friend Noxy to tell you about this journey.
Holy shit. Hold on, chat, one sec. This is their studio. They got the lo-fi wall. Wait, that is unironic. That is Slamma's lo-fi remix of the Hytale soundtrack that I play for you guys while I'm streaming. They got that playing in the lobby. Yo, let's go. I hope I get to go here one day. If I get to go here one day, you better believe I'm going to take a selfie high-fiving this Quebec. The carved wooden Quebec. Xanderhall reference? Clearly, yeah, it must be. I don't want to get invited. Okay. Hakon. This might surprise you, but this is my take. I honestly kind of don't want there to be a beta. And if there is a closed beta, I don't know if I'd want to be in it. Because I kind of like the idea of everybody playing the game and discovering it at the same time. It's one of the things that frustrates me so much about WoW these days, is there's there's test realms. There's PTRs. Where everybody, like, goes and makes, like, a non-permanent character or whatever, and experiences the new update before it hits the main servers, and it's like, everything's spoiled, nothing's a surprise, and it's like, okay. I don't want that to happen with Hytale. I don't want to be like, there's the beta. Everybody's seen what happens because, like, it was beta tested publicly or, you know, stuff leaked about it or whatever it may be. And now the full launch is, like, not really a surprise. Like, I love the idea, show your Hytale figurine. I have it boxed up and packaged very, very, like, safely and securely. Since I have to move so much over the course of so many periods of time. But yeah, it's like... It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating to think about the idea of, like, not having the blind experience along with everybody else, right? Because that's a really nice feeling you get from a game like Fortnite. Fortnite does this pretty well. There are leaks, sure, but it's like it contributes to the hype, and it rarely, like, not everything leaks, right? So when a new season of Fortnite comes out, it's a massive wave of hype and everybody discovering everything, like, pretty much within the same period of time, right? Like a Fortnite live event, a Fortnite season drop, or a big update. Like, everybody gets that for the most part at once. Maybe a little bit of, like, delayed release across time zones, but for the most part, a large portion of the world gets it all at once. And it's, like, in its complete state. It's not a beta test. I worry that if they do a Hytale beta, unless it's, like, you're only allowed to play the sandbox mode, you don't get access to the adventure mode, but even then, I don't know. I don't know how they could pull it off. And if it's a closed beta, I don't want to play it and experience it for the first time and not be allowed to record or stream my reaction. Because the goal with this game is, when it comes out, the moment it comes out, I am doing a 24-hour plus. However long I can go on for. I'll have a whole stockpile of Monster Energy. However long I can go for. I will be streaming Hytale long and hard. Because regardless of whether or not I'm live, I'm going to be playing it. In multiplayer, it depends. It depends. I do not know yet whether or not a large server is the best way to experience Hytale's story yet. Because for those that don't know, Hytale has a full-on fucking story. Like a campaign. Like a beginning, middle, end, boss fights, dungeons. It is apparently co-op, but, like, co-op might mean, like, 2 to 4, maybe 6 people running it is appropriate. But if we're talking a server with maybe dozens or hundreds of people on it, it's very possible that, like, that's not going to work. I don't know how the game's going to handle it. Maybe they'll do instances. I would actually really respect it if they did instances. To make it so that, like, the server doesn't just kill off all the bosses and make it so you can... I don't know. I'm sure they'd find some way to pull it off. So, like, 3D Terraria, that's sort of a way to think about it, but, like, with a story.
So the story of Hypixel is a story of a collective of Minecraft modders who shared a dream of going pro and having their own game someday. Hypixel was very much driven in its ambition by the challenges that we faced as modders. So when we made the game, we knew that we were making the game for modders like ourselves. Since the announcement of the game and all the attention that we received afterwards, we started the process of making some pretty big changes on our path in order to ensure that we're going to meet our commitment to the players and realize their dream of what the game can be. It's pretty remarkable when you announce a trailer for the first time and, you know, before the game is even out, you're getting fan art, you're getting tattoos, you're getting cosplays and props, subreddits are developing, and the community is just showing you so much love. It's a lot of pressure as well. So we knew that we started to need some help, and then entering into a partnership with Riot just eventually logically made sense. League came from Dota, which was on Warcraft 3. And so Hytale has come from
League is better than
Hypixel, the
Dota.
server, which was on Minecraft. And so that story is pretty unusual in the industry. And so we felt like there was a lot of lessons that we could maybe learn and advice that we could get for that journey. And so we met them way before the trailer was announced. And even back then, before we had proven that the audience was interested, Riot was interested, they supported us with advice and investment when we first established Hypixel Studios, and later when we became part of Riot Games in 2020. So that's enough of the context. Here to tell you more about the game itself is Sean McCafferty, our COO.
In Hytale, you create an avatar and set out to leave your mark on an immersive fantasy world. As an avatar, you have the power to reshape yourself and the world. We want to make expressing your creativity feel like magic, and to take everything we love about the block game genre and combine it with our favourite parts of classic fantasy RPGs.
Simon retired.
You'll go on adventures in a world called Orbis. Here you have the freedom to craft, build, explore and take on challenges with your friends. Our goal is to build a world that feels immersive and inviting no matter what you choose to do. Beyond Orbis, you'll have the opportunity to compete and express yourself through minigames and other forms of social play. No matter what you and your friends are up to, we want to make sure that you'll be able to come together, hang out, share experiences, and establish your own identity.
PvP. Classes in the game are gear-based.
Underpinning all of this is a set of tools that are intended to help creators undertake the same sort of journey that we have. These range from advanced block building tools to an in-game modding interface that lets you reconfigure gameplay itself. We intend to empower you to create everything from new creatures to whole new game modes. Our goal with these tools is to both empower the existing modding community and clear the way for a generation of new creators. We want to pave the way from creative play, expressing yourself with all the freedom the blogs provide, all the way to Creative Pro, making mods and sharing them with the community.
So Hytale is a very ambitious game, but with Riot's support and some of the resources that we've been able to unlock, we now feel like we're moving in the correct direction to meet that ambition. We've been able to expand our team. We're hiring, developers that I used to grow up playing their games. We've been able to set up our own office instead of being 100% remote. We now get supported by the office. We're hugely grateful for the support of our community and especially a lot of the fan artists. So
I've always loved the idea of having it like a building where me and my content creator friends can work sort of like in a collaborative environment. And game dev studios are very much like that in terms of like the layout of what I'm thinking of. So I always love seeing like panning. I like one thing I hate when I see like a game dev studio is when there's no individual offices. Like I feel like having the option to work with some level of like privacy for some people is necessary, which is why I like that you're also allowed to work remotely at Hypixel, but you can also seemingly work in your own office, which I like as well. It's a very cozy vibe. Yeah, open offices are a nightmare. Yeah.
Decorated the walls of the office with that fan art. But most of all, we're confident now that the direction that we're being unlocked to move in is the direction that the community deserves Hytale to be. A game like this isn't something that you can sit down and write on a piece of paper and say, oh, we think this is a really great strategic opportunity as a studio. A game like this is a game that has to evolve a genre and move a community as a whole. And so we want to bring our Hypixel community into Hytale. We want to invite the wider games community, the Riot.
Watch these characters when they get to this point. Watch very, very closely.
Community, a lot of different groups to come and experience this game with us.
Pay attention to this one.
The wider games community, the Riot community, a lot of different groups to come and experience this game with us. We made this game because
Hell yeah. They just tease you with it. They just show you a little ooh. This little ooh in there in the trailer.
because we felt like this is what we wanted to make in our heart. And that's what Riot, I think, recognized, and that's why we partnered, is, you know, coming from the heart is how you make games that will move players.
Whoa, never seen climbing in a video game before. Okay. I like the I like this genre, and this game executes this genre very, very well, and I'm very excited. I've never been more excited for a game, simple as. But what I'm also very excited for is being able to stream it and experience it blind. Like, kind of discovering it and like, you guys getting to see my reaction to it. Even if you guys don't care about the game. Listen, even if you guys don't care about the game, my excitement about this game, when they announce the release date, and when I get to play it, is going to be worth seeing. Because it is going to be straight up embarrassing, the noises that I'm going to make when I see the Hytale icon on my screen for the first time. When I click that button and it's loading up and I see the logos for the game, like you got the logos kind of fading through, I will be squealing, okay? And you want to be there for that, okay? You don't want to miss that. Because it's going to be pretty much 24 straight hours of me squealing. You're going to have to take a nap just to take it all in? Dog, I'm going to have... By then, I'm going to have created myself the most degenerate layer, okay? For, the most degenerate gaming layer. I'm going to create, a nest, alright? From, I'm going to get, a really big, comfortable, lazy boy recliner and make myself a nest that is going to be my home for 24 hours plus. And I'm just going to drink Monster, microwave snacks, order food, or probably just order food, and just go full degen mode for a few days after Hytale drops. Listen, guys, my desk will make Asmongold's desk look like nothing, okay? I'm warning you all. I'm going to go full fucking degen mode for a week when Hytale drops. That is what's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, okay? You still need to finish Destroy All Humans 2? Thank you, Summerstar. Thank you for reminding me. I haven't forgotten, though. I still haven't forgotten. Hytale, it's Hytale. Get the piss bottles ready? No piss bottles. No, okay, hold on, chat. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. Okay, I don't want to hold up stream any longer because I've been live for an hour now. But you know, it's a live stream. I'm supposed to be able to talk about whatever the fuck I want. So I'm gonna read donos really fast, but then I want to show you this. Okay, I saw this on YouTube the other day. Because I was watching critical videos, and I seeked out the original video to watch it myself. And the video is called "This Twitch Streamer Didn't Clean His Room Since 2005. And yeah, you guessed it, he's a classic WoW player. This is one of my favorite videos on the internet.
I didn't know. Listen, I found
the inside of the garbage bag is wet.
Ago.
What the fuck is wet in here? God fucking damn it! I need to go wash my hands. Ah, fuck. God.
Disgusting. Hey,
Jesus Christ. I'll just fucking wipe this shit off. I'll wipe my hands when
dude,
I'm done.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's like some fucking like raccoon living in that shit.
There was a spider about the size of a fucking quarter, and I got one of its legs and then I lost it. So it's somewhere in here, dude.
Yeah, this is gonna be hours and hours of content.
When
You're
you
not gonna
had
be
the
able to do
green
this in
screen
one
on, I could
night.
hear heaps of trash when you walked out of camp. Yeah.
There's a xenomorph fighting in there. He's gonna be like shifting. If he shifts the fucking garbage around too much, he's gonna awaken one of those face huggers from Alien. God knows what's hiding in that shit. Yeah. Like, I don't believe in the concept of spontaneous generation, but if it's possible, then it's happening in that trash pile. Life is being spontaneously generated from the filth in that trash pile, if spontaneous generation is a thing. Most hygienic WoW player. Dude, I will literally, like, start playing WoW, and then, like, by the time my session of gaming is over, I think it's been 2 hours. I look at the clock. It's been 12. And I've got 5 Monster Energy cans empty on my desk, and, like, 4 empty bottles of water empty on my desk, and, like, 2 plates from meals that I stacked up next to me. It's like, fuck. I don't even remember this happening, and I gotta, like, clean it up. Like, that is what happens when you play WoW. Particularly if you play Classic WoW. Nothing burns up an appetite like Classic WoW. Is that where he plays on the right? I think he's got 2... I think he moved his keyboard.
Oh, hey, by the way, it's Jägermeister's 20th birthday, gamers.
Hey.
Rise the fuck up. Rise the...
Give me your
That's
money
a
for
pot
free.
of fucking
I don't
mac
think
and
it is.
cheese, dude.
Used to be mac and cheese, now there's... Oh, fuck, yeah.
Oh my god, it's turned to rock.
That's... That used to be mac and cheese. Fuck. Alright, you sit over there. Jesus Christ. I don't like...
Okay. At a certain point, does he get to be disgusted by touching this shit when he's cleaning it up? Like, this dude sleeps in that bed, wakes up, and then has to shuffle his way through all that trash to get to his computer in the morning. You know that's what he does first thing in the morning. Before he even goes to piss, he goes straight to the computer. So, like, what... how is it gross that he's cleaning it up? Is he like, as he's like trudging through the trash on his way to the chair? Like, messes get made. That's normal. Everybody can be a little messy. Obviously, you want to be on top of cleaning up after yourself because it's the best way to deal with it. But, like, once it starts getting a bit bad, you got to do something about it. How do you let it get this bad, dude? You know, he's covered in bed bug bites. God, possibly. I don't see any bed bugs on this bed. You can usually see them. Has Zan ever seen the poop hoarder lady from Hoarders? I'm not watching the video of the poop hoarder lady from Hoarders, Gotsukato. Zan, when it stagnates a while, the smells settle. When you start moving it around, that's what happened. He's disrupted it. Oh, no, it's wafting. Xanderhall depression is how? But... I've been depressed before. And I've never, like, let my living conditions, like, get this bad. Like, how are you depressed since 2005 and you let it get this bad? Like, at this point, the depression's probably caused by this. To be fair, he's cleaning it up. He's cleaning it up, and that's good. But apparently it got worse after this. Like, a year later, he did this again, and it was worse.
Like this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Do I show them the other half of my room?
I just happened to find it.
Do I show them the other half of my room? I don't know. Whenever I, like, finish eating something, I just kind of go...
Yeah, he moved to a new place, and a year later, he had a worse mess.
Yeah, I just gotta throw it on the other side of the room and see where it goes.
I don't have
Like
a
those big
dumpster.
trash
What is
can-
this,
you
fucking
don't have, like, a
Florida
big
where
trash
every
can?
house is a goddamn dumpster?
Do you have like a big trash can or something?
Yeah, I have a regular trash can, but that's like...
Go get it and then just shovel it in.
Inside? Can you give us a room tour? Alright. Oh, fuck. Okay. You ready for this? Alright, so that's... Here's my setup, right? This is where I play video games. And then right there, over here, that's my...
His setup's better than mine. He like, I have 2 monitors that I've like one has like what you guys see, and the other has like all my streaming shit crammed onto it, and I've got like this tiny desk. Bro's setup is actually better than mine, but everything around it is just like a filthy shit pile.
Door, and then that's the trash. And this is all the
Trash mountain.
Oh my god.
Wooden
Wait, go to the
statue
front
of
door. Go to the
Donkey
front
Kong.
door. Where's the door?
Right here. Like that. See the little black kind of
Oh, okay. I
audio
see it. I
memes?
see it.
I'll open the
Yeah.
door. It'll make it easier to see. How am I gonna
Nice.
open that door? Never mind. I'm
Just
not
open it.
opening the door.
Just open it.
No.
What a nice setup. But like,
Okay.
fuck. You have such a nice
At
setup.
least he doesn't have piss bottles? Oh no, let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I think... Here, let me see when he finds the piss bottle. He
It's
doesn't
fucking
show it.
compacted like fucking sand.
Yeah, here it is.
Oh, sticky and MREs are the peak fucking performance food for any vanilla well launch.
Lord.
It's sticky and wet. I don't want to
True.
take my shoes off. End my fucking suffering.
Oh, come on, dude. You just started. Let's go.
I just
Keep
started.
going. Keep
I
going.
saw a piss
He
bottle.
saw all rap.
You
Monkey
don't,
W.
you don't know what you're talking about. Fuck.
There's a piss bottle, dude.
It's fucking compacted like fucking sandstone, dude. It's like fucking sandstone. I had reached up under that shit.
The idea of a piss bottle. That is so old. The piss, the water, the fluid has condensated out of it. And is now, like, dried out into, like, compacted, like, yellow sandstone. The shit I guess kidney stones are made of. Oh. Oh, God. Chat, the reason why I showed this to you all is I need you guys to understand the level of depravity that exists online, because when you see what I become when Hytale releases, I need you guys to know it could be so much worse. Mom found the piss sandstone. Bro is making pearls out of piss. IDK if I should be amazed or hurling. God, I should do a segment where we just, like, look at the most disgusting rooms on Reddit. That, or like, 4chan rooms. Hold on. 4chan bedrooms. Let's see some, like, oh, yeah! Oh... Bruh. Oh, no. What is that? I hope that's apple juice. I hope that's apple juice. That's apple juice, right? God. Dude, there are some streamers that are actually like that, bro. There are actually streamers that are like that. There are streamers that are like that. Hold on, can we see the XQC trash pile? Oh, hold on. XQC trash pile. Okay, I think this is the clip where we see the XQC trash pile.
Bro, my desk, my room. Holy fuck, man. Dude.
Try hard 7.
Dude.
30 months, much love XQCL.
Holy fuck, man. Bro.
Is he showing his hairline? To see if he's balding? Yep. Chat's gonna say he's balding.
Shit, man, it's getting worse.
For those that don't know, Classic WoW makes you bald.
Okay. Other than that, hold up. Done with this. Boom. And more garbage. Okay. What else? We will not be adding this emote. That's not happening. We have a birthday.
Are you bald, Zan? I am thankfully not bald. I could use actually a little bit of hair thinning, honestly. Okay, so. With that said, though. That is not far off from what is going to, like, become of me when Hytale comes out, alright? I'm going to have quite the trash pile going, okay? It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it. I'm not clicking that one, transgender gal. Why do these people not not have a trash can? This is basic. Yeah, it's why I keep a trash can right next to my desk, because it's just a lot easier for, you know, not having to make a whole trip to the kitchen every time. But yeah, I mean, he did have a trash can. It was just getting overflowed. Yeah, it was just consumed in trash. He needs one that's like 5 feet tall and 4 feet in diameter. Thing is, XQC had a trash can, but it was full. Yeah, no, the trash can got consumed. It's gone. There's no saving it. Yeah, he needs a dumpster next to his desk. Enough throwing shade. I'm going to go scrub my house top to bottom. Go clean your house. Oh my god, my landlord just started making steak. And I've got a very good sense of smell, so I know it's steak. And it smells so fucking good. God, my landlord's making steak. Dude, my landlord's a good cook. I can smell how good of a cook he is every night around dinner time. And oftentimes around breakfast time. I know I've been degenning it real bad. When I've been up real late. Playing WoW, and then I start to smell coffee. Like, my eyes are laser focused on the game, and I'm like, what's that smell? Coffee? Oh. Fuck. That's happened to me many times. Keck W, I know that feel. Wait, Heavy Griddle, are you not subbed? Do you not have Keck W? Oh no, it was the apostrophe or the comma. I don't know. I'm high right now. I forget my writing. Yeah, the comma fucks it up. Anyway. Oh my god, the smell of that steak is so good. I want to make myself a snack now. I don't oftentimes order myself food from restaurants, but maybe I will tonight. Like, after stream, I think I'll order myself some food. Just have some delivered. Can't really hurt. I don't do it very often. I'm trying to sew and interact with chat at the same time, so I can't type. Oh, hell yeah, sewing is based. Really quickly, I'm going to read some donos really fast, and then we're going to get into the segments. Darsoul Saber, thank you for the $5. I really appreciate that. Very based of you, very kind. Is Trump getting indicted by the DOJ? Zan banned on Twitter and Nazis waving flags at Disney World today? We are truly living in a wild timeline. Times are fucking wild, man. Thank you, Darsoul Saber. And Heavy Gretel, thank you for the tier 1 gift sub to Sophie with the heart. I really appreciate that. Very, very, very kind of you. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. That really does help a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. All right. All right, y'all know what to do when I say action, right? 3, 2, 1, action. Well, everybody, it finally happened. Elon's Twitter finally got me. I can't really be too upset considering, I mean, you could probably tell based on my coverage of Twitter's slow degradation and my lack of activity on Twitter as of late, that my interest in the platform has pretty much dissolved and fizzled out to nothing. Literally every time I go on there, it's just Nazi posting, like just non-stop Nazi and like transphobic propaganda and homophobic propaganda, racist shit, just flooding my timeline. And it's the first thing I see before I see any of my friends' tweets or anything like that. And it's just not a fun platform to be on, so I've stopped using it as much. But when I do go on there, I go on there to rile up Nazis, which have become very, very prevalent on the platform. And sometimes I'll engage with content creators that I like. And, well, take a look. Your account is suspended. After careful review, we determined your account broke the Twitter rules. Your account is permanently in read-only mode, which means you can't tweet, retweet, or like content, or send or receive DMs. You won't be able to create new accounts. If you think we got this wrong, you can submit an appeal. I submitted an appeal, but I don't think it's gonna get, like, reviewed. I basically just posted in the appeal, I'm a conservative and I have been oppressed for my political views. Something along those lines is what I put in the appeal form, and then I sent it. Yeah, that was pretty much it. I literally said I was banned for my right-wing beliefs is what I put in the appeal form. So let's hope that gets me that 100% survival rate. Anyway, with that said, what did I get banned for? What is it exactly that got me permanently banned from Twitter? Well, thankfully, I have the tweets saved. So let's go ahead and take a look. It all started with me scrolling through my Twitter timeline when I actually had something that wasn't a Nazi propaganda tweet pop up. One of my favorite, if not my favorite WoW YouTuber / YouTubers posted this tweet. Taliesin and Nevitel tweeted, "Telling kids gay people exist is like telling kids gravity exists. It's just facts." This is pretty basic stuff, but I mean, when you want to see good takes like this from your favorite, like, content creators that don't make political content, like, it's always nice to see that kind of stuff, so I replied to it. This may sound harsh, but the right just hates LGBT people, and will use any talking point to try and make normal people agree with their hatred. Right now, that rhetorical strategy is the old think of the children bit. Then this person, with an anime profile picture, this will become relevant later, I promise, ends up replying to it, another pedophile. And I simply reply, because I wanted to get back to playing WoW and I might have had WoW Brain on, I replied, with WoW Brain still on, kill yourself. Honestly, knowing I was going to get banned, if I could do it again, I would have said kill yourself right now. I feel like that would have given it more punch. And then this person replies, typical alphabet cult member. My feelings might get hurt, pedo. I simply reply, mad. They reply, nah, I don't like pedophiles who want to talk to random kids about who they sleep with and brainwash them. So I quote tweet them and says, bro doesn't know I'm not LGBT and I just think he's retarded. Then this person replies, I don't care and has not relation to what I have said. This just shows you related pedophiles to LGBT equals alphabet cult as default. Glad we're on the same point. So this is basically what Shuonhead did. Like, this person clearly did a, like, they claimed gay people are pedos and being in favor of gay people makes you a pedo. I point out that's what they're saying, and they say, so you're the one saying that. Which is pretty much what Shu did to me when I pointed out what she was doing. And then Jalen replies, who's trans, with a picture of the PFP. And I replied to it, to be fair, usually these people have some lolicon shit as their PFP, so this actually isn't too bad, because this lady seems pretty milfy at least. This person replies, for real, don't even get me started on how finding something depicting an adult woman being sexualized in a way that isn't rapey or creepy in anime is like finding a diamond in a cesspit. And then they reply, human nature. Women like sexy man too. If you aren't able to put it together, that's this person defending lolicon. Because it's human nature. So, this interaction started with this person randomly out of nowhere accusing me of being a pedophile because I'm in favor of gay rights. I simply reply with kill yourself, like the most, like, bog standard, like, insult comeback on the internet. They end up proving they're a pedophile and go on, like, a homophobic rant. But then I get banned, which really is just, like, the perfect, like, show of what Elon Musk's Twitter is, right? Like, Elon Musk's Twitter could not be more perfectly personified than by this scenario that has unfolded. Pedophiles on Twitter have never been more empowered, and racists on Twitter have never been more empowered. And there's a lot of crossover there. Not to mention, I mean, I can't open up my DMs now to show you guys, but if you have, like, a somewhat prominent Twitter account, go to your DM requests on Twitter and look at how many sex bots and crypto scam bots are trying to message you to, like, fish money from you and fish, like, account info from you and, like, get you to click on links that are going to fuck you over. Twitter has been made worse and has gone in every direction the right has said they don't want it to go in, and they want to prevent it from going in. But in a way that is beneficial to them. And I've called this out, and I've pointed out this is what's going to happen, and this is what is happening for a while. And I think the biggest, tell was when that Twitter source code leaked, and we found out that Twitter categorizes accounts and posts based on whether or not the poster or the account is run by a Democrat or Republican. In the leaked source code, there were tags for accounts for is Republican and is Democrat. So accounts are categorized based on your political leanings. And considering what Musk is allowing, hell, I mean, we've even got, assuming I can search it up. Let's see if I can bring it up. Yeah, 71,000 followers. Let's go, bro. 71K, almost 72K followers on the Blacks Taking L's account. Holy shit. This is Elon's Twitter. You get permabanned for telling a Nazi pedophile to kill themselves, but being a gimmick account with 75,000, nearly a quarter of 100,000 followers, and the literal entire concept of the account is just like, we're taking joy in the suffering of black people because they are black. Like, it's literally... The at is ends posting Fs. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not too bent out of shape over getting banned from this platform, because unless Elon Musk stops being the owner of it sometime soon, it was pretty much going out regardless. There was really no bright future for Twitter unless Elon Musk is no longer in charge of things, and it goes back to the way it was, or gets better, because honestly, there are better alternatives coming out. Like Blue Sky, I've been using it like all day, and it's actually pretty nice. I've actually enjoyed using Blue Sky quite a bit. And yeah, honestly, Twitter just kind of sucks, and I've been a lot happier since I got banned. Seeing a lot less Nazi propaganda, so I recommend you quit Twitter too. Maybe get on Blue Sky, or probably take up a hobby. You should probably take up a hobby, not like adopt a new social... Oh god, I just inhaled some of my own spit. I love that. You should probably take up a hobby and not just pick up a new social media outlet that's just going to make you feel more the way that Twitter makes you feel. Because Twitter does not make anyone happy. Anyway, that's pretty much all. What'd you guys think of that segment? I feel like it came out pretty good. W segment, thank you. Knitting and gardening, hell yeah. Reject Twitter and be friends with me on Instagram instead. Heavy Gretel, you gotta get on Discord. You gotta join the classic WoW guild. Like, the best way to reach me is always on Discord, to be fair. Like, I'm generally always on Discord if I'm on my computer. And if I'm not on Discord, then I'm way too busy to do anything. Came in right at the end of that one. I'll have to watch it when it comes out on YouTube. No problem, BioBolt. I like having viewers on my YouTube segments. Thoughts on Mastodon? Haven't really looked into it. Have you seen the Trans Spider-Gwen discourse? I'm actually going to be covering that today, if I have time. Yeah, my power levels were rising too high. Yeah. The only downside of not having Twitter anymore is the lack of, like, networking I can do. But I don't think that's really a big deal. Like, I can message people through Discord. I can talk to other content creators that can get me in contact with other content creators. I don't have to have Twitter for it. I still have a DM out for you, Xanderhall. Well, that DM out for me on Twitter is deleted forever now. Trans Spider-Gwen discourse. Can I give you guys my honest take on this? I haven't seen the movie yet. But based on the overwhelming amount of references to transness with Spider-Gwen's character specifically, I wouldn't be surprised if Spider-Gwen is trans mask. As in AFAB, but like more mask presenting or identifying. Which is why it seems weird that so many people are defaulting to Spider-Gwen must be a trans woman. She's trans femme, she is clearly trans femme, Zan. No, I don't think so. I feel like if trans, then trans mask. Her entire thing reeks of fucking trans femme? Are you telling me there can't be feminine-esque trans mask people? I think Spider-Gwen is a level of non-binary that y'all haven't even conceived of yet. I don't think you guys are even on Spider-Gwen's level. It's Spider-Them. Base Sand never misses. I am, like, just a crack shot when it comes to my takes, because it's true, I just don't miss. I'm not one who is known for missing. I hit every single mark. Charmenthal, thank you for the 5 tier 1 gifted subs. I really appreciate that. That's a very kind $25 right there, and it helps a lot. Gifted to Shaloon, Jenkins Donut, Salty Shay, Mr. E, and Enceladus. I really do appreciate that. That really does go a long way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And on top of that, of course, if you guys want to support me in other ways that don't even require giving me money or paying any money at all, it's completely free, consider going to my YouTube stream and dropping a like. Simply hitting the thumbs up button really goes a long way, and it helps me a whole lot. So I really do appreciate it. God, I can smell that steak downstairs, and oh my god, that steak smells so good. It might actually be a neighbor grilling in their yard, but regardless of what it is, oh my lord. Oh, amazing. Oh, Die Gambit, bro, thank you for the sub over on Twitch. Appreciate that. Okay. Okay. Alright, guys. I really wanted to stream yesterday so that I could cover this. But unfortunately, I just didn't feel up to streaming, and I did not want to give this topic a half-assed run. But I've got all my energy, my social battery is full, I'm all here, and I'm ready to talk about this. I have deliberately deprived myself of news on this situation, despite how badly I've wanted to seek it out. And that is Donald Trump being found in violation of the Espionage Act. Now, when I heard this, one thought, one word, went through my head on repeat over and over and over again. And that word was Rosenberg. Rosenberg, 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 Rosenberg. Come on, let's go. Rosenberg. That was what was going through my head when I heard this. That is what was going through my head, okay? I don't know if you guys have heard me say it before, but I've said it quite a few times on stream. And this is not a joke, and I'm being completely serious. If I was president, I would use every bit of resources within my power and within my ability, even if I have to bend the rules the same way Republicans do, in order to instill charges of treason on Donald Trump and everybody who participated in the Capitol riot. In the riot part of the Capitol riot. Full-on Rosenberg. That's what I'd be pushing for. Our country's done it before. When the idea was that it was communism that was a threat. We should be doing it again. Equality. I'm just calling for equality here. That's all I'm calling for. Now, I don't know much about what's happened. I know that he has been found in violation of like 30 plus different like violations, and one of them is in violation of the Espionage Act. 37, thank you. Okay, with that said, I've got a CNN video here. It's about Trump's attorney trying to defend against these charges. I am very excited to find out what's going on. I don't know actually how deep of shit Trump is in here. Like, I actually don't know how deep in shit he is here. This is a segment. I actually don't know how deep down shit creek Trump is here. So I'm going to be learning how bad this is for him for the first time with you guys watching. It could be not a big deal. It could be the end of him. I actually don't know how bad this is for him. If it's in line with how you know, his nickname tends to go, Teflon Don, then it may not cause any issue. But this seems bad. Even Destiny thinks he's fucked, and you know how much of a stickler he is about stuff like this? Wait, really? Hold on, can you get me a clip? No, I want to hear what Destiny said. If Destiny's like, oh shit, he's fucked, that Destiny doesn't do like the over... Like, on things like this, he does not over, like, jump the gun on shit like this. If Destiny's willing to jump that far to say that a previously sitting president is actually going to be in serious legal trouble, then I actually believe this could be crazy. Because, like, say what you want about Destiny, but the guy does his research and he knows how the American legal system works pretty well. He's got a lot of lawyer friends. He does his research. He's a data-brained. Thumbnail says it all.
Trump told the individuals that the plan was highly confidential and secret. Trump also said, as president, I could have declassified it, and now I can't, you know, but this is still a secret. Trump was running his own Thug Shaker Central server. Oh my God, hold on, I'm so sorry. Wait, are these gonna...
God, that Discord server thing. You guys know about the Thug Shaker Central, right? This Discord server where the kid was leaking classified shit to his friends for clout. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, okay. If it seems like it's not jumping the gun then to say that Trump is in pretty deep shit. Okay, I'm curious to find out the details.
The former president indicted. That is according to him and other sources confirming it to CNN tonight. Joining us now is one of his attorneys, Jim Trusty. This is his first interview since news of the indictment broke just a few hours ago. Jim, thanks for joining us. My first question, do you have a copy of this indictment?
Oh, 31 counts are in violation of the Espionage Act out of 37 counts. Okay. Whew. Yeah, that's, that would be 31 executions in the 60s.
No, we haven't been provided with the indictment yet. What we have right now is essentially a summons, which is a replacement for a warrant, right? Normally, indictments are accompanied by a warrant where there's an arrest. Here, we've received a summons from the Department of Justice.
Okay. Chat, here's my case for why public execution is actually more ethical than, like, institutional, like, in, like, a prison private area execution, okay? Think of it this way, okay? If execution is done publicly, no bullshit can happen, right? Like, it's done in clear view of tons of witnesses who can attest to any, like, fuckery going on that would make it unethical or, like it's not happening in some cramped away, like, place somewhere with no liability for the public to be able to verify, right? So let's say Trump gets the Rosenberg treatment. Like, let's say, hypothetically, there is a God, and Trump gets the Rosenberg treatment. I mean, so far, I'm starting to lean a little bit in the spiritual side just based on where things are headed with Trump now. It's been pretty poetic. If there is a God... And if there is a God, then Trump will get the Rosenberg treatment. I'm trying to make the case where it would actually be best that it would be done publicly. Zan said public execution is ethical. Clip it, chat. I'll proudly stand by that clip. Who is Rosenberg? The Rosenbergs were a couple that were executed by the United States government because they were found in violation of the Espionage Act. They were doing espionage for the Russian state. So, we killed them. We executed them. Yeah, they basically broke the same rules Trump did, and we straight up executed them. Yeah, it's just a married couple. We just killed them both. Yeah, just straight up. Not like, it wasn't like a CIA secretly, like, shot them back of the head and they were mysteriously murdered and we know it was the U.S. government, but we don't really know. No, it's like, it was a public thing. It was like, newspapers and everything, they were executed. Honestly, murder of certain people should be legal, like pedophiles. I will admit, when I see, like, have you seen the video where it's like the guy who's in prison and he's talking about when he was in his cell with his new cellmate and his cellmate started talking about what he was in for, and he was in for, like, murdering and molesting a child, like molesting and murdering a child, and the guy's like, I told him to shut up, and he wouldn't shut up about it, so I killed him. And he's there giving testimony in court, and he's like, he wouldn't shut up about what he did to that child, so I killed him. And it's like, fuck. Does that guy deserve to go for longer? Like, does he deserve to have to? Should he have had to sit there in that cell listening to this child rapist and child murderer, like, proudly brag about what he'd done? Fuck, dude. That's a complicated moral question. That is a complicated moral question. But then you look at the thing, that guy killed his girlfriend, right? The guy who killed the pedo killed his girlfriend. That was what he was in for. So it's like, fuck. You know, like, it's a very complicated situation, and emotions make it harder to think about it objectively, you know? They could have cut his tongue out. Okay, well, now we're getting, like, biblical with our punishments. Like, we could go with the muzzle. Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, murderous misogynist versus murderous pedophile. Yeah, gonna have to side with the murderous misogynist on that one, if I have to choose.
Asking us to be at the courthouse Tuesday at 3 o'clock.
And does it say how many charges there are against your client?
Again, it doesn't perfectly mirror an indictment, but it does have some language in it that suggests what the 7 charges would be. Not 100% clear that all of those are separate charges, but they basically break out from an Espionage Act charge, which is ludicrous under the facts of this case, and I can certainly explain it, and several obstruction-based type charges, and then false statement charges, which are actually, again, kind of a crazy stretch just from the facts as we know it. So there's a lot to pick at eventually from the defense side, but that appears to be the charges, and it appears to be something that will get off the ground on Tuesday.
Okay, so you're confirming it is 7 charges. You said there's an Espionage Act charge. Is there one on the willful retention of documents?
Are there more now? Were they operating on limited information when this came out? Because this is just a day old. This was the most recent thing CNN has put out on it. This was before the indictment was released. Oh, is there like a breakdown of the indictment we can go over? Here, we'll watch the attorney try to defend Trump for a bit, but then I want to go over the indictment that came out after this. Okay, cool. We're breaking it down, like, in order. We're doing it chronologically, like, on accident. That's great. Vosh? We're not watching Vosh's breakdown. I want to watch, like, something that just summarizes it. I ain't reading all that shit on stream. Why are you all recommending that I watch Vosh's coverage? What is going on, bro? I'll find something. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, that's it. We're talking 18 USC 793. And then there's several 18 USC 1512, 1519s. I know it's great television, right, to cite these numbers. But the bottom line is it breaks down to the retention charge, as you would call it, obstructions, and false statement.
And is there a conspiracy charge in here?
I believe so. I don't have it in front of me right now. Again, this is not biblically accurate because I'm not looking at a charging document. I'm looking at a summary sheet. So there's language in there that might actually be reflecting a single count instead of 2, but I think there was a conspiracy count as well.
And so that means there could be other indictments. Have you been told that anyone else was indicted here?
We weren't advised of anyone else being indicted. I have a theory that maybe some of the outrageous misconduct has affected the equation in some other case, a potential target. But bottom line is right now all we know about is our client.
What's your theory?
Well, over the last 24 hours, it's become public that members of the Department of Justice, led by Jay Bratt, who is a pivotal figure in this investigation, this is the guy who wanted to do a raid.
Trump had the nuclear codes stored at Mar-a-Lago. Bro. He had the nuclear football. It's called the nuclear football, right? But doesn't the sitting president always have it? How would he have it? No, it wasn't the nuclear football. He just had the codes. Old nuclear codes. Were they... Okay, so he had old, like, outdated codes? Oh my god, bro. That's not good. Definitely not good. They change the codes every now and again? Fuck, I hope so.
Before they even had a subpoena out, he apparently, along with 5 other people in his presence from DOJ, extorted
other info.
a very well-respected, very intelligent lawyer from Washington, D.C., saying essentially, if you want this judgeship that's on Joe Biden's desk, you have to flip your guy to cooperate against the President of the United States. That should be a headline.
Do you have evidence of that?
across
I know
the
that
world.
that's been something that Republican allies of Trump have been saying, but do you have evidence that that happened?
Yeah, this is this is no political talker. This is something that was reported at the time by the attorney. It has been basically sworn to by...
I love how, like, everybody who defends Trump has to do this, like, bizarre virtue signaling about how they're, like, warriors fighting for the truth. And it's like, there are literally charts that track how many lies Trump tells. Like, if there were masters of the elements in this world, Trump would be the master of the element of lies, okay? There's no human being who is as capable of lying as him. And I'm not saying that as in he's a good liar. He's not a good liar. But as like, ready to lie. And it's about the most mundane shit, too. Like, the weirdest shit. Have you seen the clip of him when he's asked about his favorite passage in the Bible? Trump's favorite Bible passage. Oh my god, this clip.
Okay,
Oh my god, why is it always something? Okay, let me see if I can just get the clip. There we go. Dave Pacman, why must your video come up before the original video?
Okay. You mentioned the Bible. You've been talking about how it's your favorite book, and you said, I think last night...
Oh yeah, by the way, this was back when Trump and the Republicans were pretending like they were pro-gay and like pro-trans and stuff. This was back when the big boogeyman that was trying to destroy America were Muslim immigrants. And so the idea was actually the Republicans and Trump are really pro-gay, and they're actually trying to prevent these evil Muslims from coming and throwing all the gays off the rooftops and burning them alive. But now, like, gay and trans people are the new boogeyman. And so you won't see anything like what you hear Trump say about gay people back in 2016 said now. Because now, yeah, they were, like, selling LGBT for Trump hats, gays for Trump, trans for Trump, like, all that stuff. But not anymore. No, not anymore.
In Iowa, some people are surprised that you say that. I'm wondering what 1 or 2 of your most favored Bible verses are and why.
I wouldn't want to get into it because to me that's very personal. You know, when I talk about the Bible, it's very personal, so I don't want to get into verses. I don't want to get into...
There's no verse that means a lot to you that you think about or cite?
The Bible means a lot to me, but I don't want to get into specifics.
Even to cite a verse that you like?
No, I don't want to do that.
You're an Old Testament guy or a New Testament guy?
Probably equal. I think it's just an incredible... The whole Bible is an incredible... I joke very much so. They always hold up the Art of the Deal. I say my second favorite book of all time.
All right. So Donald Trump says...
God, it's so fucking good, dude. It's so good. It's such like a perfect display of who Trump is as a person.
By him, he's written a letter that's been submitted to a U.S. District Court judge confirming it happened. And I think it'll be really interesting to find out whether DOJ, whether the 5 people that sat in the room and watched that extortion have threads of text messages or emails where they comment about that. So we're going to want some discovery about just how far-ranging this criminal activity was by a prosecutor. And think of the irony. Once again, you've got prosecutors saying, we're going after this guy because of obstruction. You know, that's their theoretical distinction from Delaware, while they literally obstructed justice. They literally tampered with a witness in the fall of 2022.
Let's get back to the indictment here. We don't have any evidence of what you're claiming there. I know that the legal team has been alleging
Other than sworn testimony,
prosecutorial
right.
That's what you're saying. I'm taking you at your word on that. We don't have any evidence of that ourselves. I just want to note for our audience. But I want to get back to the indictment here because this is the breaking news tonight from your own client. How did you find out about this? Did you hear from the special counsel, Jack Smith? How did you get this summons that you're referencing?
Yeah, we got an email from the guy who actually did the...
Apparently, some of Trump's lawyers have also quit. When this all came through, some of Trump's lawyers straight up quit when they saw what Trump is facing. It says a lot that this is the guy, one of the guys who decided to stay. Literally, this guy quit? Wait, this guy quit? This guy quit right after it was unsealed? This guy specifically quit after all this bluster he's doing to defend Trump. This guy, he specifically quit? Oh my god, dude. I could not have picked a better video to watch. Okay, we're going to continue to watch this, and I want you all to keep in mind the knowledge that this guy literally quit the next day once the court documents got unsealed. And he knew, like, how bad this is for Trump. I just want you to know that. Oh my god. Oh god, it's so perfect. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so perfect. Oh my god. This is on par with biblical judgment. This is like the level of karma that is coming through here is wild, dude. Holy shit.
Extortion. I think that was a cute little message from DOJ that they're not gonna worry about their own dirty house. God. And so we got an email that basically had a summons, an invitation to have a call to kind of work on some of the logistics, and we'll work on those logistics. There's a lot to kind of figure out between the U.S. Marshals and the U.S. Secret Service to make this as smooth as possible, make it safe for the public, and make it efficient in the courthouse. So that's all coming. It would be nice to actually have a copy of the indictment, but we don't have that quite yet.
When do you expect that you'll get
a hostage until we agree?
When do you expect you'll get a copy of that indictment?
Sometime between now and Tuesday afternoon. If they want to continue to play games, they'll give it to us at 3:01 p.m. Tuesday.
What was the former president's reaction when you told him?
And then he got it, and then he quit his job. Dude, the fact that less than 24 hours they sent it, and then he quit his job when he saw it because he was so like, nope, fuck this. Oh, when you bluff, but you like that was a bluff. That was a bluff. Now I want to challenge this guy to a game of poker because now I know what face this dude makes when he's bluffing.
Him that he had been indicted in this case.
And it's this face.
Yeah, it's a combination of things. I mean, look, anytime you advise a client that they've been indicted, when they know it's just fundamentally wrong. You know, I know all attorneys go on the air and say, my client's innocent, and then after the trial, we're going to win the appeal. Well, here he is innocent. I mean, everything about this case is absolutely rotten. The misconduct that we've documented for an attorney general who hides behind Jack Smith. And so his reaction was personal, but it wasn't. You know, he thought about it and he said, this is just a sad day. I can't believe I've been indicted. You know, those are kind of my summary words of what he had to say. But at the same time, he immediately recognizes the historic nature of this. This is crossing the Rubicon. You know, when we have a weaponized DOJ serving as the Praetorian Guard for the Democratic Party, for the incumbent administration, and the Attorney General, who is in charge of Jack Smith.
I just love that, like, every Trump lawyer goes on, like, he's going on this rant, because he's a Trump lawyer, about how the Democrats and, oh, they got no case. And then he immediately quits because he's like, oh, nope, they got him. Fuck. There's nothing I can do. I'm out. Less than 24 hours after all this bluster. Oh my god. Holy hell. We are living in some good times.
Hides from meetings, hides from conversations, and just says, go talk to Jack.
Well, Jack Smith
it is a crazy new world.
Jack Smith is a special counsel. He acts independent. That's why he was appointed in this. But he was in that meeting that you were in on Monday at the Justice Department, we are told. Did he say anything to you in that meeting? Was there any indication that these charges were coming?
I'm not going to talk about the meeting, but to go back to your premise there, Caitlin, this is not an independent counsel statute. That changed. This is special counsel. They are still answerable to the Attorney General. Now, for whatever political reason, maybe it's all about Delaware, where apparently cases go to die, everything that the Attorney General should be doing in terms of transparency is not happening. That started with his impromptu press conference to announce the president's guilt. It's continued with the misconduct that we've documented, and it's not just the smoking gun.
This aged very badly. Oh. Well, for us, it aged very well. This aged like fine wine for us. We just get to sit back and watch. And, like, isn't it, like, reassuring that we're constantly reminded that our political opposition are just evil liars? That they don't have any actual ground to stand on. They're not telling the truth. They aren't, like, correct in any way. They're just straight up a force of bad. They're just a force fighting for the worst possible case scenario for everybody that isn't a wealthy, straight white guy. And they're not Marvel villains, though. They're not Marvel villains. No. Almost pretty much every Marvel villain has had some sort of understandable motivations that aren't just hatred. Like, even comic book villains hate Nazis and hate racism. Like, the Joker fucking hates Nazis. Because even comic book villains have a more justifiable, understandable, realistic, and like, humanizing motivation for their horrible actions than what your average Republican does. Republicans just see themselves as superior, like them and maybe the category that they are in, racially, or, in terms of, like, sex or gender and sexuality, as superior, and they want to suppress all those they view as under them.
That I've mentioned in terms of extortion. Obviously, you got Tim Parlatore there. He can tell you about the grand jury abuse that he went through directly. That's pretty solid evidence. And there's a whole bunch of other stories of mistreating, intimidating, browbeating witnesses, and gamesmanship. So
I know those are your allegations.
We're gonna come out smoking on
Jim,
this thing.
and I know that's why you went to the Justice Department on Monday to air your grievances about how this investigation has been conducted. But again, this is historic. You're right. Your client has been indicted. He's the first former president to face federal charges. What day did you get the target letter letting you know that he was indeed a target in this investigation?
Isn't it wild that we're living through and witnessing this, like, wildly historic event in American history? Like, in 30 to 40 years from now, this is going to be something in fucking history books. The scandals of Donald Trump are going to be something in history books. And, like, your grandkids, or, yeah, most of you guys in chat, it'll be your grandkids. They're going to be like, Grandpappy, Grandmommy, what about the Donald Trump scandals? You were alive for that, right? That's how matching a child would sound, right? And you'd be like, ah, yes. I remember sitting at the computer watching my favorite live streamer, Xanderhall, talking about it. It was pretty wild. Just don't ask me about 2016.
Look, let me just put it to you this way. Witnesses don't have raids at their houses, okay? We've known he's a target.
But when did you get the formal letter? Because that changes it.
I'm not going to get into that. The internal communication stuff is not something I'm comfortable throwing out because it's between the attorneys, okay?
Well, you feel comfortable coming on and making these allegations. But Jim, you feel comfortable making these allegations about who's on the special counsel's team. Why can't you say when they sent you the target letter?
Because I have no interest in reporting on those types of facts of communication. So, sorry.
Which legal team will be with Trump when he shows up on Tuesday? Will he show up on Tuesday?
Yeah, he's going to show up. Look, he knows he's innocent. He knows this is garbage. He knows there's fundamental flaws with each one of the counts that they're apparently putting in this indictment. And he knows that the whole process, starting from the archivist, was a corrupt and politicized one. So he's not shrinking from the fight. He's disappointed that this is where we are as a country and this is where the Department of Justice is. But he's not, you're not going to see him, hide in Scotland. He's going to be ready to handle this case and help his attorneys fight it. And we'll see. It'll make some excitement to see who shows up at the table on Tuesday, I guess.
So it's not clear which attorneys will be with him. Is that what you're saying? Because so far it's been you, John Rowley, Lindsay Halligan handling this.
Yeah, we'll see where it all goes.
Okay, so
Yeah, we will. Less than 24 hours later, bro quits. Oh. Oh my god. Imagine your bluff getting fucking destroyed that fast. How long did he think that was gonna last him? Did he think he had like a week or like maybe a few days? It gave him like 8 hours. Like 8 hours later, the documents were unsealed, and 12 hours after this, you know, a few hours after that, he quit. Yeah, he thought he'd be able to get through at least 3 breakfasts on this lie. Nope. God. This, like, being on this segment, having to, like, lie for Trump, this is going to be a memory that's going to haunt him for the rest of his life. The very short rest of his life that he has left.
you're leaving the door open that other attorneys could be joining. We'll see what that looks like. Is your understanding that all of this is now happening only in Florida, not in Washington at the grand jury here any longer?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, it's kind of an interesting scenario as to why they would be in a grand jury in Washington, D.C. for the better part of whatever, maybe 10 months or more, and then make this shift. I know that some of the colleagues from the Department of Justice had even published articles talking about some of the venue problems that they might have with some of these charges. But I think it might go back to the misconduct. I think there was so much that was wrong about how they conducted the investigation in D.C. that they might be going down to Florida to kind of sanitize the process, make it look to the Florida grand jury like there's nothing to see here when they drag in vice presidents, violate attorney-client privilege, make 4 personal attorneys.
This ages so badly when he's trying his best to defend Trump and, like, go on the counteroffensive, and he just totally ducks out because he knows he's in over his head to defend this lying piece of shit. Oh, God. They're smug and wrong to the very end, too. That's every conservative. Smug and wrong. You've noticed the smugness, right? And we know he's wrong because he, quits hours later. But smug and wrong to the very end. Every conservative. Smug and wrong to the very end.
And 7 Secret Service agents and a vice president testify. Maybe they're trying to get away from the damage they did in D.C. But bottom line is no sign of a second case or a separate case. That would be kind of the ultimate overreach by these guys.
Well, yeah, you're referencing all the people that have gone in. A lot of them are people who work for Trump or worked for him that you mentioned there. Do you believe that Florida is a more favorable venue, though, for your client here?
Yeah, look, you don't know the details of how the jury selection is going to play out. We don't even know 100% whether it'll stay in Miami as opposed to West Palm. I think there's a likelihood that the case could be actually venued specifically over there. So there's a lot of kind of tactical considerations and thoughts.
Bro's mouth is dry. Holy shit.
Thoughts that'll go into that. But as a general rule, look, Washington, D.C., you look at the numbers politically, you look at how the bench has treated things, like the crime fraud exception being, this incredibly rare thing that came to life here, vice presidents having no executive privilege. I have to think that the culture in anywhere in southern Florida is probably more favorable to this particular client than Washington, D.C. would be.
What does Tuesday look like? Does he, I know he's in New Jersey right now. I was told a lot of the attorneys aren't there in New Jersey with him. Walk me through what Tuesday looks like. Does he go straight to the courthouse? Do we expect him to be arrested? What are your expectations?
Yeah, well, I don't want to get crazy specific. I mean, look, I think Secret Service would not be thrilled with me for that. So you really can't telegraph all the
your
logistics
client
of what's going to happen.
on social media that it was happening at 3 p.m. on Tuesday.
Right. We're not hiding the court appearance, Caitlin. I'm talking about where does he come from? What time does he show up? That kind of stuff needs to be kind of close hold between the marshals and Secret Service. In terms of the hearing itself, it should be a fairly routine hearing. We still have to iron out have to have some conversations with DOJ to see if they'll.
Yeah, man, it's all going to go smoothly. Don't worry. Don't worry, CNN. I'm a good lawyer. It's all going to go real smoothly. Don't you just watch. Just watch how smoothly it's going to go.
Be remotely reasonable about things like conditions of release and setting a timetable. But
Just sit back
look,
and
the
watch.
hearing itself is actually a pretty typical thing. It's just an atypical prosecution and atypical defendant. But on the logistics of it, we'll work that out. The one thing you did mention, an arrest, there's not going to be an arrest. This is coming in on a summons. That was appropriate. This is not somebody who's going to flee. This is not somebody that poses a danger to the community, which are the factors that you would normally consider when you're talking about release. So again, no arrest, no warrant, none of that kind of nonsense. But we'll go through the bureaucratic process we have to on Tuesday.
He announced this public.
Hey, Cherry. I'm gonna. Here's a clear view of this guy making a funny face, because I just know you're gonna want to use this guy making this face in the thumbnail. Oh my God, karmic justice. Karmic justice has truly come for Trump. I genuinely could not be more happy. I think we should look at the unsealed documents, right? Let's see. Let's see. 44 pages. God damn. God damn. Okay. Let me take a skim through, because there's no way in hell I'm reading all of it. The defendant. I love this. The United States of America versus Donald J. Trump. Let's go. Defendants, Trump. Indictment. The grand jury charges that general allegations, at times, material to this indictment, on or about the dates and approximate times stated below. Introduction. Defendant Donald J. Trump was the 45th President of the United States of America. He held office from January 20th, 2017 until January 20th, 2021. As President, Trump had lawful access to the most sensitive classified documents and national defense information gathered and owned by the United States government, including information from the agencies that comprise the United States intelligence community and the United States Department of Defense. Oh, it all of a sudden becomes legibly readable out of nowhere. Okay. Over the course of his presidency, Trump gathered newspapers, press clippings, letters, notes, cards, photographs, official documents, and other materials in cardboard boxes that he kept in the White House. Bro is not organized. Among the materials Trump stored in his boxes were hundreds of classified documents. The classified documents Trump stored in his boxes included information regarding defense and weapons capabilities of both the United States and foreign countries, United States nuclear programs, potential vulnerabilities of the United States and its allies to military attack, and plans for possible retaliation in response to a foreign attack. The unauthorized disclosure of these classified documents could put at risk the national security of the United States, foreign relations, the safety of the United States military, and human sources, and the continued viability of sensitive intelligence collection methods. It also puts our allies at risk. Like, if classified military info about our allies leak, that opens them up to attack. And not only does that open them up to attack, but the fact that we cause that issue for them, potentially, opens us to problems with those nations. At 12 p.m. on January 20th, 2021, Trump ceased to be president. As he departed the White House, Trump caused scores of boxes, many of which contained classified documents, to be transported to the Mar-a-Lago Club in Palm Beach, Florida, where he maintained his residence. Trump was not authorized to possess or retain those classified documents. The Mar-a-Lago Club was an active social club, which between January 2021 and August 2022 hosted events for tens of thousands of members and guests. After Trump's presidency, the Mar-a-Lago Club was not an authorized location for the storage, possession, review, display, or discussion of classified documents. Nevertheless, Trump stored his boxes containing classified documents in various locations at the Mar-a-Lago Club, including in a ballroom, a bathroom and a shower, an office space, his bedroom, and a storage room. Jesus Christ. Like, isn't this like an open place that white boomer rich people in Florida could just kind of walk around? On 2 occasions in 2021, Trump showed classified documents to others as follows. In July 2021, at Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster, New Jersey, the Bedminster Club, during an audio-recorded meeting with a writer, a publisher, and 2 members of his staff, none of whom possessed a security clearance, Trump showed and described a quote-unquote plan of attack that Trump said was prepared for him by the Department of Defense and a senior military official. Trump told the individuals that the plan was highly confidential and secret. Trump also said, as president, I could have declassified it, and now I can't, but this is still a secret. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, that's evidence that he knowingly was sharing and possessing that very classified shit. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh no, wait, he is really fucked. If this is fair at all, he is done, dude. Holy shit. Okay, I want to read more. In August or September 2021 at the Bedminster Club, Trump showed a representative of his political action committee who did not possess a security clearance a classified map related to a military operation and told the representative that he should not be showing it to the representative and that the representative should not get too close. No. Oh, God. It's just incredible. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, fuck. No, he's fucked. He's actually fucked. How does he get out of this other than corruption? On March 30th, 2022, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI if you're nasty, opened a criminal investigation into the unlawful retention of classified documents at the Mar-a-Lago Club. A federal grand jury investigation began the next month. The grand jury issued a subpoena requiring Trump to turn over all documents with classification markings. Trump endeavored to obstruct the FBI and grand jury investigations and conceal his continued retention of classified documents by, among other things, suggesting that his attorney falsely represent to the FBI and grand jury that Trump did not have documents called for by the grand jury subpoena, directing defendant Waltine Nada to move boxes of documents to conceal them from Trump's attorney, the FBI, and the grand jury, suggesting that his attorney hide or destroy documents called for by the grand jury subpoena, providing to the FBI and grand jury just some of the documents called for by the grand jury subpoena while claiming that he was cooperating fully and causing a certification to be submitted to the FBI and grand jury falsely representing that all documents called for by the grand jury subpoena had been produced, while knowing that, in fact, not all such documents had been produced. Oh my God, there's also evidence of him lying to the court to try to hide evidence. Bro, what can he do here? What can he even do? Like, what is he gonna do? He's so fucked. He's so colossally fucked. Like, what how do you get out of this? He's so fucked. It's gotta be corruption. that gets him out of this if he does. I don't even know. As a result of Trump's retention of classified documents after his presidency and refusal to return them, hundreds of classified documents were not recovered by the United States government until 2022 as follows. Bro. On January 17th, nearly 1 year after Trump left office, and after months of demand by the National Archives and Records Administration for Trump to provide all missing presidential records, Trump provided only 15 boxes, which contain 197 documents with classification markings. On June 3rd, in response to a grand jury subpoena demanding the production of all documents with classification markings, Trump's attorney provided to the FBI 38 more documents with classification markings. On August 8th, pursuant to the court-authorized search warrant, the FBI recovered from Trump's office and a storage room at Mar-a-Lago Club 102 more documents with classification markings. Also, Republicans could pardon him if they get elected, so it's always possible that that could happen. He can get away with this. Yeah, like theoretically, this makes it so Trump can't run or win. So, maybe that's why DeSantis is running, because he is pretty sure that Trump's not going to even be able to become the next president. Like, it'll literally not be possible, and so he has to be the next Republican nominee. Like, if Trump goes down here and he can't become president, DeSantis will be the Republican nominee. And it'll be DeSantis versus Biden. And DeSantis will run on, yep, you're completely right, Heavy Gretel. DeSantis will run on I will pardon Trump. He'll appeal to the Trump supporters by saying he's fighting to free Trump. And that he's going to achieve what Trump couldn't. Yeah, he is governor, so he could have had info. He could have had inside info that not even Trump would have. Holy shit, my husband literally said the same thing not 5 minutes ago. Damn. Big brain. The Mar-a-Lago Club. The Mar-a-Lago Club was located on South Ocean Boulevard in Palm Beach, Florida, and included Trump's residence, more than 25 guest rooms, 2 ballrooms, a spa, a gift store, exercise facilities, office space, and an outdoor pool and patio. As of January 2021, the Mar-a-Lago Club had hundreds of members and was staffed by more than 150 full-time, part-time, and temporary employees. I've driven past, well, I don't drive. I've rid in a car past Mar-a-Lago before because I grew up in Florida. It's some gaudy rich shit. It is some gaudy rich people shit. Between January 2021 and August 2022, the Mar-a-Lago Club hosted more than 150 social events, including weddings, movie premieres, and fundraisers that together drew tens of thousands of guests. The United States Secret Service, the Secret Service, provided protection services to Trump and his family after he left office, including the Mar-a-Lago Club, but it was not responsible for the protection of Trump's boxes or their contents. Trump did not inform the Secret Service that he was storing boxes containing classified documents at the Mar-a-Lago Club. He's done. National security information was information owned by, produced for, and under the control of the United States government. Pursuant to Executive Order 1295-8, signed on April 17, 1995, as amended by Executive Order 13292 on March 25, 2023, and Executive Order 13526 on December 29, 2009, national security information was classified as top secret, secret, or confidential as follows. Information was classified as top... Should I do this in my SCP voice? Should I put on like a filter on my mic that makes it all like an SCP reading video? Information that was classified as top... I'm not doing it. Information was classified as top secret if the unauthorized disclosure of that information reasonably could be expected to cause exceptionally grave damage to the national security that the original classification authority was able to identify or describe. Information was classified as secret if the unauthorized disclosure of that information reasonably could be expected to cause serious damage to the national security that the original classification authority was able to identify or describe. Information was classified as confidential if the unauthorized disclosure of that information reasonably could be expected to cause damage to the national security that the original classification authority was able to identify or describe. That is a lot of fucking jumble that I don't understand the meaning of, but I'm sure it's important. The classification marking "No Foreign" stood for the not releasable to foreign nationals and denoted the dissemination of that information was limited to United States persons. Classified information related to intelligence sources, methods, and analytical processes was designated as sensitive compartmented information, or SCI. SCI was to be processed, stored, used, or discussed in an accredited sensitive compartmented information facility, or SCIF, and only individuals with the appropriate security clearance and additional SCI permissions were authorized to have access to such national security information. When the vulnerability of or threat to specific classified information was exceptional and the normal criteria for determining eligibility for access to classified information were sufficient to protect the information from unauthorized disclosure, the United States could establish Special Access Programs, or SAPs, to further protect the classified information. The number of these programs was to be kept to an absolute minimum and limited to programs in which the number of persons who ordinarily would have access would be reasonably small and commensurate with the objective of providing enhanced protection for the information involved. Only individuals with the appropriate security clearance and additional SAP permissions were authorized to have access to such national security information, which was subject to enhanced handling and storage requirements. Pursuant to Executive Order 13.526, information classified at any... Okay. We're on page 6 out of 44. I'm gonna skim for a bit, okay? I'm gonna skim for a bit, or I'm gonna lose my voice. Okay. Here's an interesting one. The executive branch departments and agencies whose classified documents Trump retained after his presidency. The Central Intelligence Agency, the Department of Defense, the National Security Agency, the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, the National Reconnaissance Office, the Department of Energy, the Department of State and Bureau of Intelligence and Research. Fuck. Chat says 14 to 16 are the best pages. Let's see. Oh, pictures. Bro, how are you just gonna have a stage in your goddamn palace where you just have piles of illegal classified documents that could imperil national security if they get out? Oh my god, dude. Bro. I feel like we've seen the most important parts, but like, what really just kind of seals it for me is the fact that Trump lawyer, prior to this being unsealed and made public, was all like talking a big game about how this is all, misconduct. This isn't going anywhere. It's a political attack. And less than 12 hours later, this comes out and he quits. He's just gone, along with a couple other lawyers. God. What else do we have here? Oh my god, the bathroom, dude. He had documents in a fucking bathroom. Oh my god. Dude, the crazy thing is, imagine being so rich that you have a bathroom that's nicer than most people's bathrooms. That's like your worst bathroom, because that's where you choose to basically make into a storage closet. And you make it into a fucking storage closet. Could you imagine turning, like, a bathroom this nice into a fucking storage closet because you're so wealthy? That this is your worst bathroom? Fucking chandelier, marble countertop, fucking... At least it doesn't have... It's actually not even as bad as the rest of the building, though, because if I scroll up, all of Mar-a-Lago's walls, for the most part, look like this. They all look like they're trying to imitate the inside of a French palace. American rich people desperately try to imitate the, like, architecture of supposed, like, what they think of as supposedly rich architecture just ends up being a tacky imitation of, like, the Queen's Palace from revolutionary fucking France. We should do what the French did. True. Yeah, we should. We really should. I completely agree. The siege of the Bastille was based. That was like the first outbreak of fighting in the French Revolution, if I remember correctly. All right. With all that said, that's pretty much all I have to say about this. I honestly could not be more happy to see karmic justice come about. Times are good. Times are real freaking good. Ugh, I just burped. How do you guys like that segment? I feel like it came out pretty good. I had fun with that one. I didn't expect to enjoy reading over the documents that much. Sister Rose, thank you for the $5. I really appreciate that. That really helps a lot, and I really do appreciate it. It says, Xanderhall, you have a lot of TF2 Scout energy. I just figured that out. Love you, man. Does the TF2 Scout have a big cock? Because if so, then accurate. Thank you for the $5. Heavy Gretel, thank you for the tier 1 gifted sub to Cryptid T. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Sent to Heart as well. I really do appreciate that. Very kind of you. I reckon he do. I've just seen the memes about that, so... Pog Plant. Discoverance Vol, thank you for the tier 1 sub. I really appreciate that. Based, thank you for the $5. Says, Indictment Excitement. I'm filled with the indictment excitement. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, you guys in chat are all going to be posting your Pog Plants. Or is it Pepe Plant? I forget which one it is. I think it's Pepe Plant. Midnight Kitty, thank you for the $30 donation. Hot damn, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my lord, you guys are so nice today. Let me update the dono goal really fast. Holy shit. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for the $1 Very kind. I'm aquascaping while listening to the stream. Hella relaxing. Hell yeah. I love doing like hard manual labor, like out in the like yard or whatever, like if it's yard work or something, and having a nice podcast or live stream to listen to. It really makes the work easier. Kind of lets you go into autopilot mode. Weed also helps. Weed and a podcast while doing yard work kind of makes the yard work not that bad. We have to find a way to compensate for no dicks emote. True. True. Where is the dicks emote? Why does dicks not work anymore? Let me try it. Does it just not work? Huh. It doesn't work. There's no more dicks. Where'd dicks go? I think it might have been because of censorship on the site's chat for getting monetization. But for some reason it doesn't censor the word dick or dicks. Who the fuck stole my penis? Yeah, what happened? Who stole your dicks, chat? Your dicks are gone. Chat is dickless. Okay.
Tears of the...
Okay, chat. Okay. Y'all know what to do when I say action, right? 3, 2, 1, action. Alright, guys, we're gonna be watching a Boblax video. Alright? And I think it's important that from time to time we take a look at what's going on in the drama and commentary community. We're gonna be watching a Boblax video. People have been sending it my way and asking me to watch it on Discord, so I've decided I'm going to go ahead and do that. But the thumbnail of this video is what made me decide to go through with it. Because I feel like the thumbnail could potentially be a little a little bit misleading in regards to the content of the video, because I'm pretty sure Boblax isn't going to go on some Nazi homophobic rant or anything. But I feel bad that I have not played Tears of the Kingdom at all. And you guys probably wish that I was playing through Tears of the Kingdom on stream, because it's like the big game and all that, and I haven't played it or anything. So instead of playing the game, because I'm not buying a Nintendo console, I'm going to cover the stuff being talked about around the game. But funnily enough, someone's already gotten to that before me, and it's Boblax. There are a lot of conservatives losing their shit over Tears of the Kingdom, and Boblax actually talked about it. And he does a really good job of sort of like chronicling together a bunch of insane people's tweets and posts. So I'm excited to see what the crazies are saying about Tears of the Kingdom. I would assume it's like getting mad about Link being a femboy. Like Link being the most androgynous hero that's technically a guy, I think, to ever be the main character of anything. Oh my god, I almost sent this video to you, Zan. Yeah, people have been asking me to watch this a lot. So here's the thumbnail. Pretty interesting thumbnail and title. Let's take a look at the video. It's obviously an ironic title, but yeah. Okay, let's get into it. I'm very curious of what this is gonna be. People have been sending this to me a lot. Right off we're off to a good start. We're off to a damn good start. Is that a horse? Oh god.
Kingdom is not a masterpiece by a synthetic man, with a big-breasted Zelda looking straight into Ganondorf's cock for the thumbnail. I'm sure this review is gonna have some very level-headed critiques.
The king being a goat man, who are the Zonai people who came from the heavens, is borderline satanic imagery. I have no idea if this is intentional or not, but Japan used to be infamous for putting weird Christian symbolism in anime and occasionally video games. So this could be an extension of that.
Whoa, we're entering a level of like hyper right-wing super chud that thinks that anime is satanic. Holy shit. We're entering a new plane of insanity, guys. Buckle the fuck up. We're about to hear some shit. Okay.
That, or again, if you want to take the schizo angle, this is a result of a certain cult organization full of quote-unquote elites that are subtly inserting their propaganda into video games.
Yes, this guy made a Legend of Zelda review where he alludes to Jewish conspiracies being inserted into this Japanese-developed game because one of the new races introduced resembles a goat. Just like how there's races in Zelda that resemble...
Bro. How'd this guy react when they introduced Draenei to WoW? How old is he? Was he alive in 2006? Like, holy shit. This guy thinks goat people are satanic? How'd he react when he found out about the Draenei? The ironic thing is the Draenei are the opposite of satanic. They, like, worship the light.
Birds and fish and whatever the fuck a Goron is.
Holy magic.
I personally thought the Zonai looked more like llamas, but fuck man, the Jews got me. Thank God this Legend of Zelda review exists because it's opening my third eye and is helping me finally realize just how much propaganda Nintendo is shoving into their video games.
Not to mention the quote-unquote subtle homosexual imagery from Breath of the Wild has been expanded even further in this one, and I already know people are gonna say I'm reading into it and no kid's gonna see this shit, but that's exactly how you desensitize people and how you groom them, right? You expose them to things.
Dude.
They're literally just kids can't be allowed to know gay people or trans people exist. And the only way to ensure kids don't know trans or gay people exist is to eliminate them entirely from society as a whole. How about the Eridar? They mostly join the Burning Legion. The conspiracies are true, Yeah, technically the Eridar are like your average like demon goat type sort of thing. And a lot of the demons in the Burning Legion are cloven-hooved.
He 100% thought that line was like the biggest brain move ever. This is what grooming is, guys. It's subtly exposing kids to things. See, guys, it says right here on Google that grooming is the practice of preparing or training someone for a particular purpose or activity. I'd like to see you libtards try to disprove that one.
The vow that each of the...
I feel like Boblax has pretty, like, very good core beliefs and moral, like a very good core moral compass. I feel like he's just not a very, I feel like he's one of those people that doesn't want to get into politics until politics involves him, right? And he likes Tears of the Kingdom. He's enjoying the game. And now he's stumbled across, like, this schizo rant by a Nazi talking about how the game is, like, gay Jewish propaganda or whatever. And he's like, oh, what the fuck? And now he's getting, like, into politics because it's gotten into what he's into, right? But otherwise, he wouldn't be talking about politics because it's the last thing that he's really interested in. That's the kind of person that he is. And usually, when I see Boblax talk about politics in, like, a very fundamental sense, his takes are pretty good. But because he's not really a politically minded guy, I oftentimes see him give his takes on things, and they tend to be very uninformed. Not uninformed, actually. Uninformed is the wrong word. Uninformed's the wrong word, because it implies he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's more so that he doesn't know the context, because he doesn't pay attention to politics until it involves him, right? So I recently saw Boblax, like, 2 days ago on Twitter, tweeting about how kids don't actually care about Pride Month, and it was in response to a video of a bunch of homophobes beating the shit out of Pride, like a Pride march outside of a courthouse for recognizing Pride Month. And a bunch of, like, homophobes attacked the protesters and the demonstrators. And Boblax's response was, kids don't care about Pride Month. Why are adults fighting over this? It's just going to get the kids hurt. And at the core, you can tell Boblax's take is, like, a good one. He wants to protect kids. He wants to, like, he's tired of, like, all this political bullshit happening around kids. But at the same time, it reveals that he's not aware of the fact that those people demonstrating outside of that courthouse are fighting against laws being passed by Republicans. Oh, it was in front of a school, sorry. Are fighting against laws passed by Republicans that are cracking down on the legal rights of those kids who are gay. So whether or not those kids care about Pride Month is one thing, but the fact that the Republicans are cracking down on their very rights to exist, it adds a lot of context to that video that I think matters and you know, should be considered before making a take like that. Because that's very much a bunch of adults defending those LGBT kids, not trying to politicize them.
New Sage's takes to Link looks like they're proposing to him. And Sidon, the giant shark guy, people already made a bunch of gay lewd images between him and Link when Breath of the Wild came out. Well, now,
God, I love this.
him quite literally putting a ring on his finger.
Hello, I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series.
This is gonna be good.
We've seen a lot of interesting fan feedback on the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild character, Sidon. In response to your passion for Sidon and Link's friendship in the Nintendo Switch title, we've made the unfortunately tough decision to delay the upcoming release of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom to 2023 in order to further develop the budding relationship between these beloved characters. Here's what we have so far. Please take a look.
He's gonna show some gay. Yep.
Come on, Nintendo, fuck off with this gay shit!
And man, their relationship.
I called it. I was just about to say he's gonna show some gay, like, fan art. You know, he's gonna show some gay fan art. But yep, it was fish porn. Hey, listen, there was no fish dick though, so we're all good. Hey, chat, do you like fish dicks?
Relationship is too fucking weird, dude. I don't care that they literally give him a wife in the story. I'm not convinced.
Dude, we all know you're fiending for that Sidon cock. Look at that fucking smile. That's a gay smile.
And Riju's a Gerudo, and if you've seen any of their Rule 34...
No, I haven't looked up Rule 34 of this prepubescent Zelda character. But luckily, that was in the old game. In this one, you're only a hibba if you like her.
You know, they're usually sporting a little something extra.
Fuck, dude. Bro self-reported that hard. God damn. Oh my god. I wouldn't have caught that. Good thing Boblax has played the game. Jesus.
Come. That's why I'm gonna... That's why I'm going doing your pussy tonight, Link. Though obviously that's not canon, but you get the point, man. Every character that vows to him might as well be male.
So the Japanese video game developers, who are really controlled by the Jews, are subtly grooming children by having the main male protagonist with long hair, who needs to repair his damaged hand after getting attacked by gloom, which shares a striking resemblance to the color of the Conservative Party, by taking their sacred vows. One of which who is actually a girl, but is really a boy, because underage CP porn of them exists where they have a huge cock. And since transphobia is basically entry-level bigotry, of course this character is actually meant to be a man. Honestly, the real reason Link's probably going after Zelda is because she secretly has a massive cock.
I actually really like what Boblax said there. That was actually a really good point from Boblax that I did not expect him to say. Transphobia is entry-level bigotry. Right now, transphobia is like the most acceptable form of bigotry that is like popular. If you're racist publicly, you're gonna get, like, a lot of shit. It'll be potentially career-ending for you. Misogynistic? Same. Like, go down the line, right? Homophobic, even? Same. Transphobic, though? There are a lot of people out there who are just fine with their careers totally intact after espousing that they downright do not view transgender people as, like, equal human beings. This is something that will hopefully change. In fact, I know it will change, but that just kind of shows, like, where we're at. Like, when you see somebody, like, fiddling around with transphobia, that's the beginning of the road, at least at this point.
After all, she is growing the Master Sword for Link.
Jesus, he's hand-mogged by everyone. He's hand-mogged by a child. Link was destined to be a bottom. It's over.
Can't wait to see the online Rule 34 lolly CP of this bird character just railing Link in the ass with a strap on. Can't believe Nintendo made Link such a woke bottom character in this game.
There's all sorts of little nuggets of wokeness, like Paya now having a giant brown boyfriend who looks like a Giga Chad in comparison to Link, despite the fact she was thirsting for his dick in the last one.
Wait, how is a buff black guy existing next to Paya woke? What? Even from, like, a sarcastic point of view, I don't know how to comment on this because is just being black woke now? Is being buff and black woke? Does this...
Yeah, that's what they've always meant by it, Boblax. Yeah. Ain't shit changed, brother. This is what it's been. It's always been this. The quartering, geeks and gamers, like the people who comment on a lot of your tweets, ironically enough. Yeah, when they say woke, this is what they mean. Yeah. This is what they mean. Literally, there being minorities in media makes the media woke. And then, of course, they say go woke, go broke, which has multiple meanings. Go woke, go broke is both a saying, they say, is sort of like a passive-aggressive, like, go woke, go broke, like, as sort of like a prediction, a tongue-in-cheek prediction that a thing that has gone woke, quote-unquote, will fail, right? But then go woke, go broke is also sort of a, it's meant to act as a warning as well. Like, go woke, go broke. If you go woke, we will boycott you. And usually boycotts don't work too well, but if it's a property that's majority, like, consumed by conservatives, you're gonna have a problem, right? Like, for example, I'm trying to think of a product, like, the headphones I use for shooting at the range, the ear protection I use is by a company called, like, Walker, I think, and they're a super chuddy company, but everything in the gun world, like, all gun products are made by chuddy companies. If they put out, like, an LGBT trans pride thing for June, and they got boycotted by conservatives, that company would go under. Because of how, like, you know, if it's a company that's if you're selecting for a you know, a product that is mostly consumed by conservatives, yeah, go woke, go broke can certainly be a thing. But in the case of something like Breath of the Wild, oh, no, 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 that is not going to happen.
This dude have a story to tell, some personal trauma that might cause him to react in this way? 7.8 out of 10. Too many black people trying to cuck Link out of a good thing!
So despite the fact that the Gerudo are clearly supposed to be like the Middle Eastern inspired race, I guess you could say, but they might even be a different species than Hylians, I'm not sure. They could be like Asari and just take genetic material from
like
Hylians
elves?
to make more Gerudo, right?
Yeah, I know, right? I get it.
But no, now there's actually a lot of Hylians that are various shades of brown throughout the world.
This had me laughing so hard. Borrowing DNAs from Hylians? I legitimately don't understand what you're saying. Is you're implying that there's a reverse Yakub that invented the Gerudo people? And like the fact about this game being satanic / grooming kids? God, you guys remind me of my grandparents who called Pokemon and Harry Potter tools of the devil. Keep up the good work. Genuinely entertaining schizo post.
Chat. You know how I said years ago that we're entering a new age of conservative cultural dominance online? And then the last year and a half happened? And you know how for a few months now I've been saying I feel like that age of conservative dominance that I was talking about is kind of winding down? That we're going to start to see a lot of the teenagers who got into politics from this like right-wing propaganda, much like with 2016 and Gamergate. Many of them are going to break out of it, realize it was bullshit, and they're going to call it out. It's happening. Happening more and more often each day. But people are starting to realize how much bullshit this is. That the transphobia, the conservative propaganda is all just a black hole of radicalization being pushed by grifters for their own profit and their own political motives.
Very organic comment.
And they're lying.
150 likes in a few hours on the video that didn't spike in views? Did you come from Twitter or Discord, lol? No, I'm implying that Gerudo aren't Hylian / human, seeing that they only produce Gerudo when they mate with Hylians, which you would know if you actually played the games. As for your other points, you probably support leftist censorship, so your satanic panic illusion falls on deaf ears. I don't support censorship on any level, from either side, but I will call out things I notice. Like how the game implies that Rijo has a huge cock! This guy is for real, dude. The segments I'm reacting to are like 2 minutes out of a 1 hour review of Tears of the Kingdom, where he makes many legitimate points about the gameplay. He's actually serious. He's not joking.
Zelda goes back in time to when Hyrule was founded, essentially, or a little bit after that. Meets the first king and queen of Hyrule, which the king was a fucking goat man, and the queen was a, we'll say, dark elf.
Yo, what up, Groipers? It's me, Synthetic Man here, and you know, I've been playing through the new Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. So far, not that woke. Nintendo has really learned from the backlash from the cross-dressing in Breath of the Wild, and I think we're good to go. I've been playing through the game quite a bit. There's been no woke moments so far, and I'm really happy that Nintendo oh my fucking god, is that a
And of course, one of the founders
That is how it goes, though. He's not wrong. He's not wrong, though. How the fuck did you not just burst up laughing at that, Zan? I respect your ability to not die laughing. I wanted to, okay?
of Hyrule set the stage for the entire series, created a wonderful Wakanda-esque utopia, is one of these brown Hylians. Almost literally, we was Kangs and shit.
Alright, buddy. Okay, so we have racism, transphobia, homophobia, anti-Semitism, cuckoldery, and maybe even a bit of lolly on the side, all crammed into this wonderful segment from...
God damn. You just summarized conservatism, Bo Blacks. God damn. You did it. You distilled conservatism down to its primal aspects. Jesus. Its most, like, fundamental, like, core pillars. You've done it. You've pulled it off. That's it. You did it. That's it. That is conservatism at its core. You cut away all the fat and all the sinew and got to the meat of it. That's it right there.
An hour-long Tears of the Kingdom review. And if you thought any of those jokes were completely made up and not based in any beliefs that this guy actually has, I thought that might be the case too, but then I watched his response video and oh my god, this is some of the most insane shit I've ever heard.
And as you can imagine, Twitter was not happy with me pointing out that Nintendo has further diversified the Hyrule landscape. It wasn't enough to have the Gerudo, the Rito, the Gorons, the Zora, and now the Zonai. No, on top of all of that, half the Hylians is some shade of brown, despite Hyrule itself basically being one giant island landscape, which should have people look relatively similar to one another, especially when you have the Gerudo as specifically the brown people. It stands out that much more when Hylians are
These people really think that they can make a video where they just say Twitter is mad at me, and then they think that just because they said Twitter is mad, that, like, their YouTube viewers will immediately say, oh, well, if Twitter's mad at you, they must be just canceling you for some stupid bullshit. But then they go on a rant about how, oh yeah, Twitter's mad at me because I got upset there were brown people in this game. I don't think it works that way, bro.
Every shade of the rainbow. Twitter also didn't like me pointing out how Rauru looks vaguely similar to Baphomet, which, like I say in the original video, could very likely just be the result of Japan inserting subtle Christian symbolism into their games, which they used to do a lot. But like I alluded to with the gay marriage allegory, I don't actually believe that Rauru is supposed to be symbolic of Baphomet. But considering we live in Clown World, I'm not going to completely rule out the possibility. We live in a time where there are unironic Satanists. Not to mention, have you actually looked at a pride parade anytime in the last few years, or one of these drag queen story?
I want to hear this guy make an argument for how this is a morally bad thing. It's certainly not my cup of tea. It's certainly weird. I'm not going to pretend it isn't. I mean, it's weird, okay? Like, sure. But there's a lot of weird shit that we're just fine with because it doesn't hurt anybody and it's not wrong. There's a difference between weird and wrong. I think that's the core difference between conservatism and, like, the right and the left at the end of the day is the, like, people who are not evil on the right see something that is weird and they immediately connect that with morally wrong. But yeah.
Parade anytime in the last few years, or one of these drag queens.
Nothing wrong with this. What's wrong with this? Why drag queen reading stories to kids bad? Like, really think about it. Think about it like this. You take your kids to Disney World, right? There's just some random people underneath those suits. Underneath those mascot suits, like taking pictures with your kids and stuff. The parents are there. Like costumed adults putting on performances for kids is a tradition that has happened for hundreds of years, okay? There's nothing inappropriate happening here. There's nothing sexual going on. But this guy just hates trans people, so the existence of trans people around kids is grooming. Does he at least have, like, that one Photoshop picture where, like, the kid is next to the guy in, like, the leather dog gimp suit? The fake picture?
Story hours. They're pretty fucking satanic, let's be honest. It certainly is not too outlandish.
Bro, he didn't even show the one with the kid photoshopped into it. Did you? Dude, I recently found this out, but it's wild. That one famous image where it's the kid, the little girl, standing next to the guy on all fours in the leather dog, like, kink outfit. The one that conservatives share around so much. The original image cropped up online recently. It's photoshopped. There is no kid in the original image. Well, actually, the kid is there, but the mom's right next to the kid, and it's like there's like a bunch of shit going, like, that's, like, cut out of it. That changes the context entirely. The mom is holding the kid's hand, and they're, like, in the crowd while the parade is walking by. Show the original? Let me see if I can find it. Photoshopped Pride Parade image. Ah, yeah, it's this one. Well, I can't show that picture, actually. Fact check. Viral pic of semi-naked men accompanying kids to Pride Parade is photoshopped. So it's a picture where there's a kid, and there's two, like, pretty much naked, like, clearly gay guys walking between the kid with the kid, like, holding their hands, and it's just photoshopped. Like, in the original photo, they're holding a flag. Yeah, here, I'll show... This is a censored version. Man, I wonder why these images they post always tend to be so grainy. So yeah, like the kids in the photo are photoshopped, obviously. But that Dr. Anastasia Maria Lupi lady posted it to 140,000 views. So yeah, there's a lot of images like that they post, and they are generally fake. Not all of them are, but generally they're fake. I don't know if you guys know about that 4chan Operation Pridefall. It was like, it started back in 2019. The idea was to basically fake like a bunch of stuff like that with Photoshop in order to push this narrative. It started back in 2019, and 4chan calls it Operation Pridefall.
Dish to say that a company could receive compensation for promoting certain things that those people want promoted. And really, that's why I don't feel bad about saying any outlandish things, because just the fact that I'm being attacked for noticing things.
Dude, he was just noticing things. Like the entire Jewish influence that's clearly on the game Tears of the Kingdom. Like, it's so blatant, it's so obvious. I go onto my favorite Zelda fan website and I see gay shit immediately. Like, you gotta be willingly ignorant to not notice these things.
And finally, Twitter was also angry that I made a "We Was Kangs" joke about the Queen of Hyrule, because it's an easy joke and it's funny. I don't really need to justify it in any way. And yeah, that's it. That's all the controversy is over. Apparently that makes me a racist. It also makes me anti-Semitic. Figure that one out. I never mentioned Jewish people one time.
Yeah, guys! When I said the elite were funding Nintendo in order to push propaganda in their games, I wasn't talking about Jewish people. What? You guys are so—
I'm very happy to see Boblax isn't falling for the bullshit. I don't think Boblax is dumb, obviously. I just don't think that he's very, like, into politics, so it's easy for people that are just kind of politically disengaged most of the time to fall for the whole, no, I'm just making edgy jokes. I'm not seriously, like, a bigot or anything. And I'm happy to see that Boblax isn't falling for that bullshit, because this is very evidently sincere political messaging.
So anti-Semitic for that. What the fuck?
I am not the Zoomer version of Jack Thompson who wants to make leftist propaganda illegal or something. No, I want it to die out naturally by nobody buying the products. The problem is, certain shadowy groups of people have amassed so much money that they can fund games that sell 0 copies. These are the type of people that think—
Bro literally said, when in my video did I ever say the Jews? And then goes on to JQ, but specifically not say Jews. God, I love Nazis, bro. I love Nazis, bro. If it weren't for these people, I would not get anywhere near as much spite fuel that I get for the things that I want to achieve, okay? Everything I do is despite these people. Because your success makes these people angry. Oh my god. I love these people because my hatred of them acts as fuel, as motivation. Oh my god. They're genuinely this evil and dishonest. They're so evil, and they're so knowingly wrong in everything they stand for. They actively just lie about what they stand for. It's only in the most radical places that they'll be honest about it. Because they're so wrong, you have to be so far into the pipeline to even be okay with them holding these beliefs that they have to be dishonest about it. Because they know they're full of shit. They know they're full of shit. He'll lie and say, oh, I wasn't talking about the Jews, and then immediately talks about the Jews. Because they know. They know they're full of shit. They're lying about everything, including what they believe. My best work is fueled with spite. All my best work has been fueled by spite. Exactly.
It is completely normal and rational to chop your dick off and wear a dress. And now I realize this video is probably going to be demonetized, but I had to get that one in there.
Wait, what? You're responding to your Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom review reactions, and you felt it was really necessary to squeeze in a chopping off dick comment. Okay, dude.
Seriously though, with the radical change in gender ideology and the slow normalization of pedophilia, and I don't care if you think that's schizo, that's apparent to anybody who's paying it.
I'm pretty sure this is not a drag queen. I remember when this video came out and people were talking about it. Pretty sure this isn't a drag queen. I'm pretty sure this is a cis woman, I'm pretty sure.
Attention, but you keep lying to yourself about that. Do you want to know the amount of times I've seen some random Twitter user advocate for the banning of Lolly, and then it turns out they're an actual pedophile who's been arrested?
Oh no, he's defending Lolicon. No, he's a Lolicon. Oh no. For those that don't know, anytime, because like the pedo community on the internet has come together and made these little enclaves, because if they stick together as large groups, then it's like harder to get picked off and like made fun of and bullied off the internet and even caught for their bullshit. Like than if they're in a big group. So they tend to like get together in big communities online. And so if you criticize one lolicon, if you call one lolicon a pedophile, an army of them will come to attack you. And something they've done whenever I like call out lolicons being pedophiles is they post this like 4chan image copy paste thing. It's like, I guess they all share it around, right? And it's like a list of random guys who I guess were anti-lolicon, but ended up being actual pedophiles. And so now you can just immediately tell somebody's a pedo the second they say, oh yeah, people are against lolicon, but then they're the actual pedophiles, because it's a very ongoing, like, lolicon, like, pedophile community defense. It's like a talking point they share and spread amongst each other. So the second you see that, you know, all right, okay, yep, we're dealing pedocon theory, once again proven true.
Or was arrested after that post. It's not a fucking coincidence, dude. These people are fucked in the head. I don't even give a shit about Lolly. I think it's just drawings.
Of course you do. You literally looked up big cock porn of an underage Zelda character. Of course you just think they're drawings that don't literally expose anybody who faps to them as a pedophile. But no, all drag queens are pedophiles. And Nintendo was grooming children by having big, gay, hot, buff, chunky, delicious little side on, proposing to the bottom twink cucked Link. Yeah, that's what's gonna normalize pedophilia. Not downplaying the fucking insanity of drawing a child naked. No. That's just leftist censorship.
People seem to think I was a pedo for my take on...
Not gonna lie, maybe this guy has a point though, because after playing Tears of the Kingdom, Boblax is sounding pretty woke. I don't know, maybe the video has a point, because Boblax is sounding pretty woke after playing the game. Like, he's making some based points. I think the game had the desired effect.
Atreus and Angraboda, even though they're both horny teenagers and probably would want to plow each other. I'm sorry if the truth hurts your feelings because you were a loser in high school, a shut-in who never saw any of this shit. Well, despite what you might think of me, I did know multiple people who had sex in middle school and high school, and they weren't lying, dude.
Wait, how do you know they weren't lying? Is that when you got cocked? Is that when you saw the big black dude fuck your girl? Because that's the only way you can confirm for sure that they weren't lying.
But what I do know is none of these Twitter, Reddit, Discord types batted an eye when it turned out that monkeypox was spread through sexual intercourse, and all of a sudden, these kids start getting it somehow, especially ones that had two dads.
It spreads through close contact. It spreads through close skin-on-skin contact.
That's interesting.
Why are we talking about conspiracy theories of gay couples fucking their kids in this Legend of Zelda video?
These are the type of people who are getting paid disabilities they don't even fucking have, like autism.
So basically, monkeypox is a disease that can spread through skin-on-skin contact as well as sexual intercourse. And so conservatives were like, oh shit, it spreads through sexual intercourse too? Well then, parents and their kids who both got monkeypox must mean the parents raped their kids. You know, it's not like, you know, maybe the parents hugged their kid and gave their kid monkeypox. Like, you know, something that's likely to happen. How many times do you think you've gotten sick? The more likely scenario is their kid got them sick. Let's be real. The more likely scenario is the kid had monkeypox, got it from school or some shit like that, and gave it to their parent. Whenever I got sick at school, my mom used to call me the outbreak monkey. Because if my mom or my uncles or my grandma were around me too much, they'd get sick, and then it would spread, and the whole family would get sick. And so if I ever got sick at school, they always called me the outbreak monkey. And that was the nickname. It's called Mpox now, by the way. I do think it's funny with the coincidence that I would always be called the outbreak monkey as a kid if I ever got, like, the flu at school. And I came home and I had a cough and it was like, ah, shit. You're sick. Another kid at school got you sick.
I guarantee they're not even autistic.
Hey, whoa, stop exposing me, what the fuck?
And gender dysphoria sure as hell shouldn't be getting any money. The type of people who shout trans rights at the top of their lungs and then can't even tell you what the fuck that means. You have all the same rights I do. But no, they think...
The right to health care, for starters? The right to use the bathroom they choose to, for starters? The right to any form of medical transition in the states where they're banning it would be a good start. Legal recognition of trans people as their identity would be a good start. We could start at a lot of really good spots. I do like... Back in the day, that argument used to be a little stronger. Because most of what trans people were fighting for were like, yeah, more access to medical care and just general like societal acceptance. There were certainly big issues, but it was harder to point to legislative shortcomings where trans people were not equal to cis people. Now, though, the right has made trans people such a target and has passed literally hundreds of bills. The Human Rights Campaign has called for a state of emergency, and right now, anti-LGBT bills across the board, more have passed this year than any other year in American history. More anti-LGBT bills have passed this year than any other year in human history. Do you want to know what year comes in second place? Last year. Last year comes in second place. Because of this, the Human Rights Campaign has issued a state of emergency for the United States and LGBT people in it. More anti-LGBT bills have passed in America this year than any year in American history.
Free surgery is a right. Chopping your dick off is something that the taxpayer should take the burden of. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? And to make a year-old reference, they can't even define what a woman is. A woman is anyone who says they're a woman. They don't even know what a definition is, because all their words have multiple definitions. Doublespeak, right?
Bro, I wish I could have a combo with this guy. He would fall apart the second you remind him that words are made up.
Rules for thee and not for me. I just can't get over the fact that these people never argue in good faith.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's why he'll never agree to a debate with the lefty, huh?
Oh boy, dude, he's probably gonna say this video isn't being made in good faith because I'm cutting things around to make jokes. I just wanted to make a funny Zelda video. I thought the comments he made in his review were so ridiculous that they became funny. And that initially was all this video was gonna be, just laughing at that. But then he made this response video and holy shit. Why is this turning into a real argument? He's saying people are responding in bad faith because they pushed back on his suggestion that The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is grooming children. Please.
Dude, Boblax is being exposed to like a fraction of what I have to deal with every day, and it's left him dumbfounded. Could you imagine if like me and Boblax did like a shadowing program for a week? Like I just had Boblax come stay at my place and see what I do? Like what is entailed and what kind of comments I see and what kind of things I cover? And just be like, holy shit. Because right now he's being exposed to like a fraction of what I see from the right every single day. That would be an excellent content arc. That would be a good idea. That would be a great content arc.
Please tell me this is a parody account. Please tell me he's not being for real.
I do want people to see this, so maybe they do understand my actual beliefs a little bit more. I'm not going to pull a Sam Hyde and pretend that it's all comedy or something when most of his viewers know that he is definitely more of a radical right-wing guy, even if he does ham up some of his beliefs for comedy's sake.
I do wonder how Boblax is going to respond to this, like, Nazi saying, oh yeah, I mean, it's obvious that Sam Hyde's one of us. God, because Boblax, I think, likes Sam Hyde and doesn't think Sam Hyde's a Nazi. So we have a Nazi saying, yeah, it's obvious Sam Hyde's one of us. I'm curious how Boblax responds.
Okay, it's real. It's real! What the fuck? How do people think this way? I thought this was something only fringe, alt-right, BitChute-only YouTube band creators would say. Not this gaming review channel with 100,000 subscribers that actually has a fan.
Bro, should I send Boblax a link to Rev Says Desu's channel? The Nazi lolicon YouTuber with 600,000 subs? I should send Boblax a link to that guy's channel. Oh, fuck. Yeah, do it? That would be a good idea. Yeah, big lolicon Nazi channel with 600k subs. That'd be good content. I think there's a lot of YouTubers who aren't even in the political scene that would love to cover that.
Fan base that enjoys this type of shit. This response video has majority likes and has top comments like this person who says, some idiots would say it's a conspiracy theory. Well, we've been 90% accurate the past 3 years. Might as well call them political soothsayers. Through reacting to this fucking Legend of Zelda review, I have actually lost even more faith in the average intelligence of the human race. This is insane, and I want to know if I'm going crazy or you guys feel the same way. So whatever opinions you have on this.
This is a good video. This is a good Boblax video. I'm genuinely impressed. I'm actually genuinely impressed. This was a good political commentary video. Coming from Boblax, a drama YouTuber, a commentary drama YouTuber. Pretty happy to see that. Xander, you would actually sync Rev's channel if you did that. Please do it. Yeah, I think I'll do it. That sounds like a good idea. Send it to a couple of big content creators like, hey, look, big pedophile channel. Here's a few videos where he's defending Lolicon. You know, and then there you go. Just kind of see where it goes from there. It's like Fuchs going to all of Barry's enemies and leaving the business card. Like you're done. I'm just scorched earth. Just dropping a wide net. That'd be good. Yeah. This is a very good video from Boblax though. I really did enjoy it. Came out very good, and I'm surprised. I genuinely am surprised to see a drama YouTuber make such a concise and well-made political video, because I would say this is a political commentary video, less so than a drama or gaming video, whether he realizes it or not. Boblax very well may have accidentally made a damn good political video. Let's go. But yeah, this was really good. It was really good. There'll be a link, of course, to the original video down below, so please go send some support because, I mean, the video's good. It deserves positive feedback. What'd you guys think of that segment? I feel like it came out pretty good. I feel like it came out pretty damn good. I think I've got one more segment left in me before I'm going to wrap things up because I'm pretty hungry, but I will be streaming tomorrow as well. So don't you guys worry. I will be live tomorrow too. Not gonna lie, I've been distracted arguing with Faze Chuds for an hour, so I missed a lot of this one. Matter of fact, Luke Breadstorm, as well as other people in chat, if you want to send me... send me relevant links to the Faze homophobia stuff. That would actually help a lot with the final segment being as good as possible. Like the Nick Merckx tweet and stuff. I'll do that tomorrow, Fretterbug. Can't you tell I need to get some meat on my bones? Let me end stream so I can eat dinner. Didn't they say Hytale was coming out in 2025, or was there a new timeline since? When they said that Hytale would be coming out at 2025, that was... Yeah, 2025 at the earliest was what they said. Though, that could still mean beta in 2024 if they do that. And that's not me saying that, like, hopefully, like, oh, I'm on copium. I don't want there to be a beta. Like, I just want it to come out, like, as a launch. Because, like, if there is a beta, there's a good chance I'd be invited to a closed beta of Hytale. But I don't want my first time experiencing the game to be secret. That's the thing. Like, ideally, it would be an open beta if there was one that I'd be allowed to stream my reaction to, but I don't want it to be, like, yeah, I want it, I know I'm streamer brained, but, like, I want you guys to experience my first reaction to the game. It's why I don't want anything about the game to even leak, you know? I tend to be really on top of in favor of leaks and spoilers, but not for this game, because I'm so excited for it, and I've waited so long at this point. It's like, my genuine first-time reaction is going to be, like, such gold to be able to look back on for, like, years in the future, that I want it to be preserved, and I want it to be genuine, you know? Thank you for the link, Luke Braidstone. All right. Let me just get the last couple things ready. Okay. Think we're ready to go. Y'all know what to do when I say action, right? 3, 2, 1, action. Alright. So, the COD gaming community, like, FPS shooter gamer bros, are in crisis right now. There is a massive drama sweeping over this community, and a political divide has formed. We're going to see some very mainstream popular creators essentially lose their mainstream popularity and become relegated to canceled right-wing chud creators. And some of these figures will surprise you. I guess I'll start from the beginning. This all started when, very predictably so, as I've said will happen for quite a few weeks leading up to Pride Month, there will be violence against LGBT people at pride parades and protests during Pride Month. It happened. Anti-LGBT protesters attacked pro-LGBT demonstrators outside of a Glendale, California school board meeting. The school board is voting on recognizing June as Pride Month. So there was just a probably peaceful LGBT demonstration and a bunch of anti-LGBT, like, probably Nazi chuds come and start assaulting people. And if I zoom out, or I go back, that got quote tweeted by some, like, esports guy who quote tweeted it saying, "This happened 4 blocks from my Overwatch League apartment. Americans are in a sad place right now. Let people love who they love and live your own life." Pretty decent message, right? Then Nick Merckx, who you might know as the guy who would play Fortnite with his webcam zoomed in on nothing but his forehead, decides to reply with, "They should leave little children alone. That's the real issue." For those that don't know, Nick Merckx is a massive esports creator, like a massive gamer streamer. He gets 76,000 likes, and it causes a lot of drama. He then proceeds to go on defending this, of course, and it just blows up on Twitter. Like, it exploded Twitter. Now, Nick Merckx was so popular, by the way, that he literally had a operator, a character in the game, a character skin in the game that's, like, based on him. That is how popular of a Call of Duty creator he is. Along with Tim the Tap Man, another very large gaming streamer from the Fortnite Call of Duty sphere, who came out in solidarity with Nick Merckx to 131,000 likes. At Nick Merckx has been my friend for years. We went in getting our COD operators together. It feels wrong for me to have mine and him no longer have his. In support of my friend, please remove the Tim the Tap Man bundle at Call of Duty. So he's now had his skin pulled in solidarity with Nick Merckx. They've also all decided to stop playing Call of Duty, which ironically enough might kill Call of Duty as a franchise, considering these are all the largest figures who actually stream it. And then, of course, you've got Dr. Disrespect, who is most known for cheating on his wife, who decides he holds moral high ground on any issue. In this post, Dr. Disrespect uninstalls Call of Duty and says he won't return until they apologize or add Nick Merck's operator bundle back into the game.
What we got to do is uninstall the game. Number one. I mean, don't get a mistaken. This year's Call of Duty is the worst in its franchise. But that decision by COD's PR marketing team,
This is one of the biggest streamers in the world, by the way.
I'll tell you right now, man. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to digest for the two-time. I feel like, A, they either need to apologize publicly to him or reinstate his bundle in order for me to...
Is the wife that he cheated on still with him? I'm curious. The two-time thing, I think, is actually a reference to him cheating on his wife. May not be, though. I think people might... It might have already been a Dr. Disrespect thing, but people made it into a thing about, like, two women. Yeah, she is. She's still with him. Dude, God, you know this guy's a scumbag who's got her locked the fuck in.
Consider playing Call of Duty again. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. Dude. Well, I mean, it is good that these people are showing their true colors, because the good thing about this is they never get to take it back. Either these content creators fall off in the long run because these things chase them to the end of their careers, or we end up seeing in a couple years when trans acceptance has become so unanimous that being a bigot towards trans people is as bad as being racist, and this guy has to walk it back, and Nick Merckx has to walk it back, and Tim the Tip Man has to walk it back. Like, either that or their careers fucking die, because at this point, now they're relegating themselves to just their right-wing audience. And these creators have a very young fan base. A fan base that is going to grow up and realize they are LGBT. They're gay, they're trans, they are non-binary. And when their favorite content creator has made such strong points against their own rights, they're going to leave that content creator. It's happened to many edgelord creators before. Many popular creators before who came out with their bigoted political beliefs, and people in their audience who were hurt by those beliefs just leave. And that content creator dies in the long run. Sometimes it's not immediate, though. Sometimes it takes a while. I'm curious to see how this goes, because these are some of the biggest names on all of Twitch. So we'll see how this goes down. Obviously, Dr. Disrespect's not on Twitch. But, yeah. I'm curious to see how it goes down. How'd you guys like that segment? I know it was a shorter one, but I think it was still good. Okay. Feel better? W segment? Hell yeah. I feel like we should wrap up stream with some quail. But instead of quail the animal, let's look at how you prepare quail eggs, because I'm hungry. This seems like an interesting way to do it. Here's one of the ways I will be able to prepare myself eggs from my quail coop. For those that don't know, after 8 weeks old, quail, Coturnix quail hens, I'll be having jumbo Coturnix quail. Jumbo Coturnix quail hens lay 1 to 2 eggs per day after 8 weeks old. That's a lot of fucking eggs. And that's how big they are. That's what they look like. And those are chicken eggs next to a quail egg. That's how you crack a quail egg.
Okay. This is our first quail egg. We're going to use the scissors to chop the top. And then out comes the little egg. Looks like we got a little shell in there. Get that out. Look how cool that is.
You need tweezers for getting the shells out.
Now, let's do the other one.
My nose won't stop itching.
This is the one that we just got today. There it is.
Just throw that over a bowl of rice.
2 eggs.
That's a good meal.
Quail style. They're teeming.
The yolk is
So they look like when they're done. Apparently they're a lot lighter and fluffier than normal eggs, but they taste the same. They're the same flavor, just lighter and fluffier. And apparently for the size and the amount of food that you're eating, more nutritionally packed. Which is, of course, what you're looking for, right? You want more nutrition in a smaller amount of food. Are the shells particularly brittle? Yeah, but also because they're so small, it's basically impossible to crack them like a normal egg. So you have to basically snip the top off. I've seen people who are way better at it and basically just snip the top off and then flip the egg over and the whole egg just pours out the top all in like one perfect whole piece. You know, yolk and whites, and yeah, I'll get good at it. Quail eggs with some ramen and a nice egg would be lovely. Oh, yeah, oh my god. Like, you just make some ramen and then fry up a quail egg and just throw that on top. Oh my lord, that's the kind of stuff I'm going to be able to do once I got the quail. There's going to be cooking streams, quail videos, and of course, pretty soon already, there's going to be the podcast with Demon Mama starting, so get excited for that. A lot of really cool stuff coming up. Oh, before I wrap up stream, oh, my nose is itchy. I have started a guild called Trance Rights in classic vanilla World of Warcraft. Anyone is invited. It's mostly fans and friends of mine. Keffel's in the guild. A bunch of my friends are in the guild. A bunch of fans are in the guild. It's great. Sorry, I don't know why, but my face gets so itchy towards the end of stream. But it's a whole lot of fun. We've been playing the game a whole lot. We hang out in Discord VC a lot and just kind of chill and level together. It's been a ton of fun. And if you want to join and play WoW with me, then please reach out to either Balthazar or Doge Professor or Ellen Degenerate in my Discord server. They're high-ranking members in my Discord. They're like admins or mods. Direct message them on Discord with the following. Introduce yourself. Say whether or not you've played WoW before and what experience you have, if any. And then why you want to join the guild. Just a short little paragraph. And you'll be sent an invite to join the Discord server, where we all hang out and where the guild is run. And from there, you'll get all the info you need to join. And yeah, I want to bring in as many people as physically possible. It's a whole lot of fun. It's been a great time so far. And I hope to see a lot more people join. So please consider hopping on. With all that said, guys, you've all been amazing. It has been a lot of fun streaming today and hanging out with y'all. Who am I going to raid? Who am I going to raid? Who is live? Wait, is no one live? Am I the only person who's DM's live? Okay, Demon Mama's live. Perfect. Yeah, because I just looked on Twitch and nobody I follow is live. Holy shit. Wait, is Demon Mama live? Oh yeah, she is. Okay. Excellent. Okay. All of you, go to Demon Mama's stream, drop a like on the stream, of course, and go say Zan raid. Go send some love. I'm going to raid into Demon Mama, so go raid into her and go send support. If you don't, then you are cringe and gay. With all that said, you're all amazing. I love you, and I will see you all next time, which will probably be tomorrow. Have a good one. Doo-doo fart.